Can you honk a little louder? Oh my god. So fucking annoying. I'm like, I know if I'm gonna start talking, he's gonna start honking again. But anyways, all right. Hello, my beautiful warriors of love. My name is Sabrina, and welcome to this energy reading. If you'd like to check your timestamps below, I can't even talk. Okay, all right. Today's one of those days. Okay, let's get our party started here. I'm gonna read it to you. Your body, or your character, like Sabrina, is in the movie, is ready. No. Hello, my beautiful warriors of love, and welcome to this weekly reading. Oh my god, come on, Sabrina. What is your itch bay? Okay, let's go. Okay. Yesterday I had like a massive dog allergy reaction to my eyes, and they haven't recovered. But it's all good. All right. Hello, my beautiful warriors of love. My name is Sabrina. Welcome to this weekly energy reading. For all of you who's looking... Oh my god. Okay. Give me your strength, people. I can't do this. Okay. Oh, you got this. Okay. Hello, my beautiful warriors of love. My name is Sabrina. Welcome to this energy reading. For all of you looking for the extended, you can click on the timestamps below. For all of you who are staying here, welcome. I'm going to pull a winner for a free reading, probably in the middle or the end, who knows, when I feel like it. I want to bring to you today first of all, before I get into the message that I received, I want to talk about the physical symptoms that I've been having this past week. I don't know if you've been experiencing this, but I was experiencing massive nausea, like pregnancy nausea, but not possible. So I was like, what is going on, right? And then I just thought of this right now as I was saying this. I'm like, pregnancy nausea, birthing a new earth, whatever. Gaia is the mother. So I perhaps was feeling a little bit of Gaia's issues, but also just like I was getting like I was in massive like a lot of light activation, so a lot of light came into my body, and it was like processing it, right? Like our body is our like 5'7" body, but we're bringing in a 13-foot body of light, right? So it has to like kind of move things around, and that's why we get a lot of these emotional roller coaster moments, because a lot of things are moving around, and you're like, oh my god, why do I feel sad? Why is this coming up? To me, I've been having dreams, intense dreams of past lives, like so clearly, like I see the whole past life from my birth to my death, and it's like all in one clip kind of thing. It's like a movie. I wake up and I'm like, yo, I just cleared that. And they're like, yes. I'm like, okay, I thought I cleared everything, but I guess not. Right? So it's like, this is a constant thing that's happening. And like, anyway, so I was woken up at 4 a.m, of course, like we all are always. And it was this message like the earth is in collapse mode. And it's like your body, your character is ready to walk through the biggest smoke screen ever. And I was like, okay, what is this? So I was like, okay, and I kind of understand it, because a lot of me is coming into a huge knowing of what is. Like, I don't know, but I know that I don't want to go back. Like, I know that I'm not interested in talking about my past anymore, or even like, of course there's moments where you relive like, oh, remember that music you listened to, or remember that thing, and you think about it, but I don't want to hold on to it and say, oh, that was the best time ever and this was a shitty time kind of thing, right? Because then that just keeps us always in this that programming stage of like low. And it's like, that's not where I want to be. I mean, you could be wherever you want to be, right? This is not like, my journey is not your journey, but I'm just here to explain my journey, I guess. And I know that a lot of you are aligned with it because you continue every week to listen to me. So, I feel like we're accelerating in a huge way. And, you know, I do read other channels, of course, and I read other posts, and I do find alignment in some things that I feel like this is like, we're moving so accelerated that it's like never seen before, like it never been done before. And that's why we're all over the place. And that's why you have to be kind to yourself and stop being so upset with the, like, oh my God, I'm feeling so angry today, or I'm feeling so sad today. You know, why am I in these low frequencies, and why am I in? Because you need to release them. And the only way you release them is to be in them, right? It's to like acknowledge them and like feel them, right? But this anger is not going to just stop because you're like, oh, I felt it and I released it. No, you release that anger of that little moment, of whatever that was, of that relationship, of that thing, or that parent that yelled at you, that thing. That is a moment of anger that you just released. But hello, we have anger that is like there's a lineup of anger, right? Following us. The anger of this and that, and even the smallest little points that you were angry, well, that's either it's been released or it's coming up to release. But this is where we have to just like acknowledge the fact that all of this is coming up, and it's going to come up for years. It could even come up for 20 years, for the next 20 years for some people, right? It could come up for 5 years, 5 months, whatever, but we don't hold on to that either. But it's just like I keep saying, is to be completely aware of it when it's coming up instead of burying it away, which a lot of people will be like, oh no, I don't want to deal with it. Oh no, yeah, it's coming up, but I've already released it, so it doesn't. But it's like, no, it's actually coming up for a reason. It's not just coming up out of the blue, right? It doesn't just come up. I mean, it could be coming up because you're transmuting someone else's energy, but some of us, you could know when it's yours, right? Because if it's an image of something that you've experienced, and it's like, yeah, okay, I got it. And it's just to be that human that you are and say, okay, I see it, I love it, I release it, and I'm ready for the next one, right? So like, but as you become better at acknowledging and standing face to face to it and facing it, that fear, and facing that like self-pity, and facing that identity crisis that you have with whatever, then you are able, it's easier and easier. Like I say to a lot of people, when you face off with your ego, it gets easier and easier for it to like fall away from you. It doesn't have the control over you anymore. And it's so interesting because as I was pulling these cards, this card came for me, which was trusting tricksters. And I was like, yo, what does that mean, right? The trickster's only power is your trust. You are always free to withdraw it. So I was like, is this people? And they're like, no. I'm like, no. And it's like, is this my ego? And it's like, yes. So the ego is coming up to play a big part in this game for all of us right now. Because as the energies rise and as we get closer to our true essence, what happens? Your ego is in like survivor mode. It's like, OMG. They're changing it up here. No, No, I'm here to like keep them, their feet on the ground. I'm here to help them like, you know, the ego was here to help us survive, but we're not in survivor mode anymore. Now we're in like greatness mode. We're like, yo, I see my essence. I see my true light. I am like, I know that I am all knowing. I know that I'm so much more than this. But the ego's like, no, you're not more than this. I'm more than this. I'm going to keep you low. And it's not to the fault of the ego, because that was his job or her job, and that's it, right? But this is to me, I'm feeling it more and more. And as much as I have like recognized my ego's role here, and I know how to like, I see it when it comes in. But this card was showing up, and it's like, yes, your ego is going to play a big play, and it has. Because the ego has come in to like remind me that of my that I identify myself with money, and that I identify myself with my body, and I identify myself like with like there's trigger points, you know, and I'm like, oh fuck, I see it, right? And I'm like, yo man, it was like aha moment. A aha moment. All right. I identify, I can only speak from my experience, like I say, but I identify myself with money because my father identified with money all the time, right? Like the money, if for him it was like you're successful if you have money, if you have a job, if you have like every time he's like, do you still have a job? Do you still have a job, Sabrina? I'm like, okay, relax, yes, I do. You have a pension plan, you have this plan, and that's a lot of people out there, right? And it's not, I'm not blaming my father for anything. It's like, for me, recognizing it is like, okay, I attached to it. I also attached to, which became a little interesting moment for me, to money. I was generous with my money. I gave money to people who like never gave it back to me. I like bought. I was always like buying suppers for people. I was buying lavish gifts for people, which I've stopped recently, and I've been buying because to me I was buying their love, which I felt like my father did as a child. But in the end, I knew that was the only way he knew how to love, which I don't like put against him at all. I love him for what he could, his capacity to love was, right? But to me, it's like I grew up as I aged. I realized, oh my God, I am only giving because I want to receive love that way, and that's not the way I want to receive it, right? And it's interesting because when I started this YouTube channel, my higher self was like, continue this YouTube channel. You need to do this for yourself. And I'm like, I don't understand, right? I knew I was doing it for you guys, but it was like, you need to do it for yourself. And now I realize that I'm doing this. It was to help me see that I am more than just money. And I'm more than that because you're not here for my money, right? You're here to like listen to me, and you're here to hear my guidance. And some of us have developed friendships through this. So it's like, it's an aha moment. So I'm bringing this story up because it's very raw and unfiltered. Also because if in your life you have this pull to do something, to follow your heart, I would always suggest to listen to that. Even if it's uncomfortable, and even if it's like out of your normal kind of thing, and especially if it's out of your normal and you're getting the push to do it, freaking do it, because it's obviously it's going to teach you another lesson, or it's going to teach you something about how wonderful and beautiful you are. So there's always a reason for everything. Like we always say, there's always a reason for why you are being led down this path, and why you are led, you know. And it's like it's I don't know, for me, it's really, this whole journey has been super miraculous for me, has been super eye-opening, because it's just so much more than we think it is. Like, because we are human. We are human. We are the character. I am the Sabrina, you are the Julie, you are the Katerina, you are the Michael, you are the Matthew, right? You are that. You are playing that role. And so it's like, I wrote something really interesting. So what is it? Okay, so, but I, Sabrina, am not that label, nor am I Sabrina, right? I'm playing Sabrina, so in actuality, I'm playing with money as a blockage. I'm playing with the idea of not thinking my body is skinny enough, right? When I chose me, and I chose my curves, and I chose my freaking sarcasm. I chose my unfilteredness. I chose this character. And if it's triggering to some, then so be it. It's us really like falling in love with this character that we are playing fully and completely. And we're able to, and when we fall in love with the physical, I mean, most of us are in love with our soul and our like higher self and our true essence. That's what we learn on the spiritual journey. And we don't learn to love our physical self, which is the character in this movie, which is the reason we're here, right? And so it's, time to start to fall in love with this character. Fully and completely. Like all of it. Because right now, like I said, the Trinity of last week is your higher self, your physical, and your soul. Like everything is coming together. And God, whatever, right? It's all coming together. But you have to love each. It's not only loving God and only loving our higher self. That's what I feel like. That linear is God, higher self, when you're in this spiritual journey, and your physical is like shunned always. But that's not how it works to me. That's the way I'm seeing it. And now it's like more like my friend would say, you have to fall in love with your avatar, right? Even though yesterday I was talking with friends, and they're like, soon they're gonna have an avatar of us that talks like us, that does all these things, AI. And I listened. I didn't say anything. I didn't contribute to that one. And I said, if that's how, because I'm already an avatar, right? I'm talking like Sabrina, so it's like, if you're like, that's another way of looking at things, I guess, but I'm not looking further than that, because to me it stops here. Right? And I'm gonna like diamond eyes and crystallize, and I'm gonna get out of eventually this carbon form, and we're gonna move into something new. But again, I could be wrong, they could be wrong, knows no right or wrong. It's us just like going with it. What else? Oh my God, I was like, I'm gonna have fun here, and I was I had a client this week, and I was telling her how like I feel like nauseous, and also that my organs, I think they're moving around, and she was like looking at me like I was psychotic. I was like, okay, no. And by the way, when I say psycho and loser and all these words, I don't put intention of malicious intentions on them, because a friend of mine was like, why are you saying psycho? I'm like, but it's not done in a negative way, I guess. It's done in a fun way, and my higher self knows it, so whatever. Yeah, that's it. That's all I want to leave you with today. It's also like I wanted 18 minutes in. That's all I want to leave you with today. I was like, what I said in Instagram, Facebook is like, we're here to be great. And it's not like, it is. We're here. We're great. We're great freaking souls. We're here to be great, to do great things. So it's time for us to, like, to me, I'm realizing more and more that I cannot sit in conversations anymore that are talking about things that I don't align with anymore. And it's not to be snobby, and it's not to be any of that. It's just I can't. Because I do feel like I kind of shut down a little bit, and I do feel like my frequency lowers. And it's like, it's not conducive to me, to my moving forward. And that's the way I'm seeing it. I don't know how you're feeling too, because it's not even to be mean about it. It's just like, it's also like honoring the journey in a way that is like, because so much of this is like, you have to be loving and compassionate to everybody and everything, and which you do, because ultimately you're always going to be around people that are not of your frequency, and it's fine. But if there's someone around you that's completely draining your energy, or it's just really not aligned with you, it's something to pay attention to. Like or it's like time to speak up about it. It's time to say, like, yo, like, it's not working this, right? Because that's the only way we can make the changes, because then we just enable these people to continuously complain, and lower the energy. So that's just another way of looking at things. But at the end of the day, I just want to tell you, you're amazing, you're great. And now we're going to pull the winner of the week. Where is it? Okay, so the winner of this week, oops, oh, I'm already on it. Oh, continue. Okay, the winner of the week, March 2024, I've added other ones, is Shailene Brown. So, one question from you, and we also have Lynn Fiorendino. So, any question, like one question each. Lynn, you're my member, you're my monthly member, but you can also add another question to April, or you can add a question with it. you know. All right, my beautifuls, I love you so much, and I will see you in your readings, and have a beautiful March. Spring is out here, but I know that there's a snowstorm coming. And happy fall, I believe. No? Spring? No, fall? I don't know. Yeah, I think it's fall for you guys in the southern. Okay, I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aries. We have enough. You were born enough. That's a huge statement right there. Because we come in as beautiful beings of light. We reside in these human vessels, and we always are wanting more and more and more out of our life. We don't think we're enough. We need to have more money. We need to have more power, more love, more this, more caring, more comfort, but you're like, your soul's always like, why are you looking for more all the time? Why can't you be happy with what you have right now? You know, and why are you allowing others to take away this power that you have, this energy of yours? You're allowing others to sponge off your energy, or make you feel lesser than, because you feel like you're not enough. This is a card, I love this card, it's freaking beautiful, but this is a card of respecting and honoring your boundaries, and actually laying down boundaries for those around you who are in the always ready to take that energy from you, because they know that you give it so easily. You know, people will only take from you because they know that you take from them, that you are an easy target. It's like, it sucks, but it's the way it is. So let's just look at, let's look at your cards of the week. We have the Page of Swords, which is an Aries. It's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. The Hangman, which is a Pisces. And your challenge is the Eight of Crystals, which is a Virgo energy. So I say the astrology because some of you want to know, but let's just look at this. The Page of Swords is, it's interesting here. Is some of you, Page of Swords has a lot to do, it could be your children, but it also could be education or communication, or some of you wanting to write a book, or some of you, like, it's a lot more than that though. This, like, look at her, she's wearing a red dress. She's a, I don't know what kind of bird this is, but she's a hummingbird. Yeah, it's probably a hummingbird. And she's on a swing. She's all that. There's like papers everywhere. She has ideas. That's what it feels like. Like passionate about her ideas. So is there something in your life? It kind of feels a little bit this, with this red and this like wings energy. It's like you have so many ideas up in your head, whether it's a book, whether it's a new business idea, creative project that you want to do, or just like within your job, within your life. Like there's this, like hummingbirds, you know, like woo, they're like active energy here. Even though she's on a swing, but a swing is a motion, right? Up and down. Like there's like it's not sedentary, this, if you look at all these like papers flying everywhere. So what is going on in your, like there's a sword at the bottom here, the swords, right? The sword is truth, is like interesting. This is an interesting thing, because this is all this greatness coming out of you, all this ideas, and then you have the Hangman, which is stepping back, waiting for someone else perhaps to like spark this, someone else to help you with this, or you're like, this one could be like but I see this as a challenge here. And I feel like some of you are hesitant about of talking about this new project, or talking about this new move that you want to make, or talking about this, like maybe you want to like go to school, like do something outside of your normal, and you're a little bit you're a bit afraid. And the Eight of Crystals is, you're afraid of money, not having enough. You're afraid of the work that has to be involved, and maybe you don't feel like you are enough. OMG. energy. That's deep. Aries. Because yeah, you know, Aries, fire sign, the Aries are impulsive, they're super confident on the facade, everything looks really good. And here, a little part of you is struggling with this feeling that you are not enough. You don't have enough money, you don't have enough high school, like, no, whatever. You don't have enough education, you don't have enough this, you don't have enough that. And it's like, remember, that's all illusory bullshit, right? You don't need all these like written certificates. You don't need all of this. You just need to go with the flow of this. Like, the pages are beginner minds. Pages are these young energy, this very start from the beginning. Go back to when you were 7 years old and you always wanted to write a book or be a teacher or you know, be a fashion designer or whatever this is for you. Like, what was that like dream that you always had as a child? Why aren't you pursuing that? Why are you pursuing that humdrum 9 to 5 in the box job that was meant to be a program, that was meant to keep you very Instead, there's this other one, this other project here that's like asking you to just fully go into it. But you're, oh, what is that? All these toys. You're like so a little scared because you don't have enough money. Because the people are not, there's nobody investing in me, or because I don't have it what it takes to do marketing. I don't have what it takes to promotion. I don't have it what it takes to do business. I don't have, you know, you always have the I don't know, I don't have enough. And the universe is like, yo, the God is like, what are you talking about? You're it. Like, what if you did something and it failed? What if you didn't care if it failed? That's where we're at right now. Why are we so hung up on this? Like, that the first thing we do has to succeed, because the thing that you want, your ego wants you to do, perhaps, is not where your soul is at. Your soul doesn't want you to be the CEO or the CFO. They don't want you to be there. And they constantly bring you obstacles and obstacles and obstacles. You know, some of you might be the one that's being like promoted to be the CEO, whatever. Like, you understand what I'm saying? It's just like, why can't you follow your inner path? I feel like some of you are being given this like opening, like, do it. And like, I don't know, just do it. Like Nike would say, right? It's just like doing it without the fear of failure, the fear of not getting it done, the fear of never having enough money. Because the fear that you have of failure or whatever is what makes you fail. It's that fear, which is false, right? False evidence appearing real. So you already have put in your mind that you're going to fail. Even if you're like, oh, I'm ready, but in the deep set of your mind, it's like, I'm going to fail anyways. I don't have enough of this and this. Your body's like, in your okay, your wish is my command. So if you go in saying I'm not enough, then you are ultimately not going to win. This is the change of mindset. Mind. This is interesting. I love it. The Tower is the next card. I freaking love this, man. The Tower is a Mars energy. Okay, Mars, the Tower is like ruled by Scorpio, but Mars rules Scorpio and Aries. Mars is all because Mars is a planet of action, and Aries is a divine masculine energy, and it's about action as well. So to me, whatever this is for you, that you might be finding resistance from others as well, but I feel like it's you that don't think it's like this Tower moment says that, yeah, you're going to do this and you're going to change things around you. You're going to change. People are going to be like, what the F just happened here? You know, or they're going to be like super resistant to you too, because it's like, oh, what is she doing? She's going out, or he or she is going outside of the box. What is going on? I freaking love this. But you need to overcome this, man. You need to think that you need to stop thinking that you don't have enough money or you don't have enough this and you can't do this, you can't. The can't, that's super ego. That's super living in this box world. It's the can. I can do anything I want to do. Yeah, I don't, like, okay, in my bank account, I don't have the money, but so what? You know how many investors there are out there? You know how many, like, people did it on $5? It's like, if you really believe in yourself and it's really in your plan, then you will go for it and it will always come, right? But then there's just people that will say, well, I went for it, Sabrina, and it's still not coming in. So pay attention. If it's not coming in, it's not working in your favor, perhaps the universe is saying you're in the, maybe you need to change the direction a little bit. This is where you getting really close and really listening into your intuition matters. Because, like, I'll give you a little story. Like, my whole life, I have owned things. I've owned my own businesses. I've owned a jewelry store. I've owned this. I've owned this. I always thought I was supposed to be there. But every single time something happened that I needed to close the store, needed to close a thing. And that was the universe saying, yo, you're not supposed to be doing that, right? And my whole life, I always wanted to be a teacher as like a 6-year-old. And so now I'm in this position where I am kind of a teacher. I'm guiding people. So maybe I own my own business kind of thing, but it's not a structure. And it was for me to go through all the failures and the failures and failures and see them as like lessons. And like to say, okay, so this is what's going on for you. There is this resistance you have to move into what you really want to do because of other people perhaps also, but stop listening to other people. Like, nobody is you. Nobody is in your journey as well. Know that you have enough and you are enough to do whatever it is that you can do to change this world or to change your life. So, exposed and revealed. I mean, this is this to me, and this. It's like it's time to reveal the deepest part of you. What is it that you want to do? It's time to fly, people. Like, it's now or never. Like, I don't know. It's not now or never. Like, that's a limitation, I just said. But it's like, why not now? What are you waiting for? I'm waiting for until I turn 30. I'm waiting until 40, until I'm 70, until I have enough money, until I have the, like, it's like, we're here in an illusion. Why don't you play in the illusion and have fun with the illusion, right? This is a movie. So create your new clip. What does the new clip say for you? You know, this is great advice for me too. So like, I'm taking this advice as well, because it's like literally not taking ourselves so seriously. That's what it is. We take ourselves too seriously. Like the darkness of the moon. It's amazing. So the darkness of the moon makes me feel like this. Like me feel all of this, these cards, because the moon is getting in touch with your emotional side. It's getting in touch with the void within you, your divine feminine energy, right? You know, the divine feminine energy is that energy of nurturing, right? The Empress is the loving of herself and the loving of others. But first and foremost, she's going to love herself. And she's going to spread her wings and she's going to fly. So are you ready to do that which is coming to you, like in your heart? What is it in your heart? Is it you need to publish that book but you're afraid because you don't have? Do you need to like start that fashion, art, creative project? Doesn't have to be creative. It could be mental. It could be a new accounting firm. Whatever it is for you. But you're like, stop with the To me, it's like over. We are so much more than this. We didn't come here to be lesser than. We didn't. We came here to be. Like, some of us don't even have to start any projects, by the way. This could just be you sitting at home writing a book or sitting at home doing whatever it is that you feel like is the right path for you. And I'm going to tell you right now that your right path doesn't have to align with anybody else in your life. And it's the right one for you. as long as you feel it in your heart that this is where I should go. You know, I give you my examples because it's the only examples I can give. But throughout my whole life, I failed in the business, and then I said, oh, I'm gonna start social media copywriting. You know, back in 2000 whatever 10, and they was like, oh, what is that? Who? You can't do that. You don't even have experience. You didn't go to school. You don't have a marketing degree. And I'm like, watch me, people. Like, and I did it. And I'm still doing it a little bit now, right? Still helping me bring in money and stuff. So, like, do it. You know, it's like, yeah, and there's always resistance. There's always naysayers in your life because people are afraid. And they're just projecting at you anyways. So, you are enough, Aries. You go for it, whatever it is. Remember that you will always be provided for. And if you're not provided for and you fail, then it's fine. You pick yourself up again. You say, okay, chop, chop. Let me do something else with what I have because I'm super intelligent. And I'm all-knowing. So that's your message of the week. And I love it because it's so empowering to me. And I just feel like I want to give you another message. I don't know why, but I'm going to grab whatever I can. And this is the grabbing is the Oracle book. So ask a question or don't ask a question. I'm just going to give you advice. So I'm coming at you right now. You've selected the King of Clubs. It's happening already. Look at that. So whatever this project is, it's freaking happening already, dudes. This is amazing, dudes. Yeah. All right. I love you so much. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also like, share, comment, subscribe. It helps with my channel. And super thanks me if you can. You can send me a one-time coffee on Ko-fi, which is a donation, or you can join my memberships or whatever. That's it. I can't think of anything else. There's so many things, but whatever. Book a session with me. I love to meet you guys over and over again, or even you. So I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Taurus. We got voice. You are here to be known, so speak and be seen. You don't have to tell a Taurus twice. You're like, yo, of course we know that. And we do. And like, I find this really interesting. I actually like this a lot because the Taurus is ruled by the throat chakra. Throat chakra which is all about communication, voice, speaking the truth, expression. And if you look at Taurus, yes, we're unfiltered. Yes, we say before we think a lot of the times we do. But when it comes to really close emotional things like of the heart, if your relationship, your family, your friends, like, you know, think like maybe we stand up at work and we're like, blah, 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 or we stand up in the streets and protest or whatever, right? And we speak in social media. But when it comes to certain things, we're very cautious and we worry about how others are going to see us. And we are like a little bit people pleasers and we just don't want to ruffle feathers. Right? Sound familiar, Taurus? So this is saying here, like, pay attention to the people around you that make you uncomfortable in speaking. Because that's a big thing, right? We are moving through this journey and whatever that comes out of your mouth, if it's triggering to someone, that is really not your problem, right? That is something that you're projecting to them or they're projecting to you. That is something they have to deal with. But oftentimes we like feel bad. Oh my God, I don't want to make them feel bad. Oh my God, they're older than me. I should respect them even though I don't really agree with what they're saying. But it's all good, you know, like it's all this like blah blah that we've like grown up with, all this programming, all these rules, all these like you can't, and like you have a voice. You're here to express yourself. So if something is not working in the relationship, love, family, friends, work, you say it. No, but you know, like no, you say it because yeah, you're releasing it from you because you're holding on and burying it inside you. And it's going to come up. And how many times, Taurus, I'm not going to pigeonhole every Taurus, but how many times Have you buried something inside and then it shows up as something completely different, right? Like, why are you screaming at me? And you're like, oh, it's not you, really. You know, it's not really you. It's my husband or my wife that's fucking annoying me, but I'm gonna just like yell at you for it because I can't to them. So this is like there's a huge shift that's happening right now that has like transparency written all over it. It's like, it's time. Like, why would you even want to remain in a relationship that is uncomfortable? You know, it's like, why would you want to be in a friendship that is like, you can't really say what you feel because that person's going to judge you, right? It's like, we're not there anymore. Like, I'm not there anymore. I'm sure you're not there either. And it's just like a challenge to like step outside, step into your greatness, step into your voice. To me, like, the courage lies in how you speak to yourself and how you speak to others. And like I always say, the voice doesn't have to be angry and mad, but if your voice comes out angry, then own it, right? And say, okay, like, step into the anger with it, with your partner or whatever it is, and say, okay, I'm angry, yes, and I'm, like, I apologize if I came out angry, but this is how I feel. Boom, boom, boom. And this is what changes need to be made on my part. So are you willing to make those changes on your part? Like, or you just lead a life of low frequency, of always hiding and being that perfect person and being liked by everybody. And like, we're not here to be liked by anybody. We are loved by God and by the universe and by your higher self. You're loved. You are a loving being of light that is here to release all this like made up stuff inside you, that you are not loved, right? Like, you think that you're lesser than, and that is such a falsity, because you're so much more than that. And it's just this life that we have like created for ourselves that made us believe that we are lesser than. So, woo, it's time to speak up. Sabrina's on a roll this week. I have like super high energy, even though I look like, ooh. But we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The King of Wands, dude. Oh my God, it's crazy. The Chariot is your challenge. Oh my God. The King of Cups. Okay. So it's clear as day. We have two kings and a knight. This is all about the people in your life. The Chariot is interesting because the Chariot is moving on, moving away from, like, it's movement, and you're challenged by movement when it comes to a King of Wands, a King of Cups, and a Knight of Pentacles. Maybe I'm going to take this out. I'm going to do this, because the King of Cups could be the result of this movement. So the Knight of Pentacles is like, if you have teenagers, if you have kids perhaps, or there's younger people in your life, right? Anyone that's younger than in your life, but you're resistant to them. This could be money as well, a job that's not going as well as you wished it would be. There's like almost a resistance on your part to change a job, or you have a resistance, like money is an obstacle, because this is like, it's very much about money. The Knight of Pentacles, I always feel like it's like money coming in slowly, and here it could be coming in fast, but I don't feel like that's the situation here. I feel like you have, some of you are at a standstill with your job, or some of you are at a standstill with your children perhaps. Maybe they're like, a lot of them are sponging off of you. Like, they're taking money from you. They're not really seeing the value of the money, kind of thing. And this is like a King of Wands, which is a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but it doesn't have to be. This is Virgo, by the way. This is you, kind of. And this could be a fire sign, but it doesn't have to be. And it could be a partner in your life, a friend in your life. I think we saw King of Wands last week too, no? I'm not sure. But the King of Wands is this beautiful energy. I love the King of Wands. It's very powerful, very compassionate, very outgoing kind of energy. Like, look at him, like super confident, you know, a lion, ferocious, great in bed, whatever you have. But the Chariot shows up, and the Voice is here. So to me, it feels like there's someone perhaps a little domineering in your life, whether it's a wife or a husband or a friend or a whatever, a boss, anyone within your work or with money. Like, there could be like money here, that there's a hold, he or she has a hold on money in your life, your finances. And it's very challenging for you, Taurus, because you're, first of all, like, as a Taurus, it's challenging to have someone else be having control of money, right? Others are like, we need to have our own, like, kind of nest egg here happening. So this is like an interesting energy to me. There could be a lot of scenarios. That's why I see this as like your children and your partner, perhaps, that is like a little bit of a resistance here. There's a little bit of an obstacle for you because of this. Because otherwise I would say, oh, look, there's someone here helping you through this little, there could be someone helping you through this, like, little snag in your job, or in like money not coming in as quickly as you had imagined. And there's someone here helping you out, a mentor it could be. But at the same time, the Chariot is like, you're needing to move on. You're needing to make a change, like a huge change in your life within your home and your family. Just a Cancer energy. And that's why the King of Cups, that's why I took it out, is the King of Cups is like, it's time to look at to someone that is more caring, more move towards that kind of energy of someone who's more spiritual, or perhaps, or more open. King of Cups is that it's like a Scorpio energy that's like, but it's a water sign. So like, like the Chariot is about success and victory. I almost feel like this is interesting coming up for you, Taurus. It's like so much of your life has been focused on success and money and having a great job and material, and it's a very Taurus thing, right? Like being the star of the show, being in the spotlight kind of thing, like having control. This is ego. And now you're like, that's not where my head is at anymore. I'm needing to like love myself, right? I'm needing to have someone in my life that loves me for more than just this, and love me for more than the facade of me, but also the inside of me. And that's where that voice comes in too. This is deep. Okay, this is really deep. I almost feel like the Knight of Pentacles, you're almost like tired of focusing so much on money and focusing so much on job and your career and these things. And a lot of, maybe some of you are always like led and motivated by someone is always behind you saying, okay, no, you got to do this, you got like money, like power, success. And it could be your ego too, by the way. It could be you that's doing this to yourself. It doesn't have to be always somebody else, but the fact is we're seeing everybody, and it's like you're wearing yourself down with this notion of who you should be and the facade of you, right? And instead of like, and opening yourself to people that are more interested in you, in your emotional side, in your like, wow, it's kind of like what I said in the intro. It's just so interesting. It's showing up here for you guys too. And the voice is interesting because it's, to me, it's the voice is you speaking up to your ego, to the people around you that have you like pegged in a box. And then you're like just wiggling your way out of this and saying, no, no, this is not me anymore. This is what I want. And this is like how I want to move forward. Yeah, it's going to ruffle the feathers. It's going to make you feel uncomfortable. It's okay, because I need to step into my, like, spiritual power, right? My sensitivity, my emotional strength, right? There's a lot that's happening here. Instead of always like focusing on my ego, which is like this like a facade. Like, oh, he or she is so successful in, oh, what a great relationship they have. Oh, everything is like on the thing, but in the inner, are you really truly happy here? Are you voicing it to these people that are around you that are like, are you even like, how are you talking to yourself too, Taurus? Like, stop putting yourself down for what you think you're not, or what you created. Like, maybe you created this whole image of yourself that you are this and you are like, and deep down you're like, well, I just really want to like chill in the beach and like whatever and just sip margaritas. Like, I really want to do that, right? And that's being completely honest with yourself. And that's like a huge thing for humanity, but also for Taurians, because we're all about like, we're all about feeling good, right? We're all about like sipping margaritas. We're all about doing these things. But a lot of us, I don't want to pigeonhole us all as one, but a lot of us do things for others and do things for the look, look at me, I'm a successful this, and look at me, I'm a this, And we're not very look at me, that's more Leo, but we're like, it's important, that our family is like taking care, like money is a big thing for Taurus. And success and career and all this. And yes, maybe we're being led a little bit too much with the ego here. To me, there's also like a Taurus that is like coming up against an ego in their partner and their children too. There's like a disconnect. And there's this need for you to like change it up in your home. And whether it's to move to someone new, but also just to move into a new, way of managing your home and your family and your friends and everything, and leading from your heart instead of leading from your mind all the time, and stepping away from this resistance you have and this like ideation that you've created in your mind of how your life should be and how it is, instead of just going deep inside of you and listening to your inner voice, trusting it, and also speaking it to others without worry and without care of how they're going to respond or react to you. That's how you are fully in love with yourself. When you don't, whatever comes at you, over your head. Because you have, it's like creating not creating, but really just being and trusting yourself. And like stepping away a little bit from this scenario you created for yourself that is like stuck on the outside world of like fame, success. Like, I'm only happy if I'm skinny, or I'm only happy if I have $100,000 in the bank. I'm only happy if like my family is like happy, like, but it's all like, you're only happy if you're happy at the end of the day. And being happy is you speaking up and saying what it is what you want in your life, and loving yourself completely. Anyways, these are deep stuff. The storyteller. Interesting. I love this, actually. It's like, how do you want to write your story? Like, you know what? As a storyteller myself, when you write down on a journal, when you write, when you write where you are right now, you write everything down and you be completely honest and you read it out loud, it is then when you can see like, oh, like and you step outside of yourself, right? Like step outside of yourself and become Mary, and Mary's gonna read Sabrina's writing. And what is Mary? How does Mary see this? Is this what Mary thinks that Sabrina? You know, like this is like a way of looking at yourself from an outside kind of view, being your storyteller. How do you want your story to be from now on? Forget about what you've done and how you've been. Like, where do you want to? What story do we want to write anew? Not rewrite. We're not rewriting the old. Let's begin. Let's begin. I freaking love this. The Mountain, clarity. 7. 17. Oh, 17, my favorite number. 7. I like the mountain showing up at the end because the mountain is a little treacherous, right? To get up there. Sometimes it's a little like you fall down, you have to get back up again. There could be like a soil that's uneven. There could be like a slip and sliding and whatever. And it's like when you get to the top, you're like, ah, I made it. This is what this is about. This to me feels like, first of all, abundance is coming because we know that for the past 6 months, right? So let that go. But now really, now that you know that that is coming your way, where else in your life? Where are you allowing your ego to take over? Where are you allowing people to dominate you, rule you, move you on the chessboard? Because no one gets to move you. You get to move yourself, right? It's enough, right? Where do people say things to you that make you feel lesser than? Now it's time for you to speak up and say, no, you can't do that anymore. No. Oh, but that's not the way it was, and that doesn't matter. It's time for change. Why would you allow others to make you feel like shit? Like it's time to release the unalignment in your life. It's like, why would you allow someone to disrespect you? Right? You don't disrespect people. Maybe you do disrespect people, and that's where you need to see things. This is very woof. This is like amazing. Like it's time to write your story from the beginning. Start fresh. Let it go. Leaving it at that. And I'm going to give you a message from the Oracle book. You can ask a question, or it could just be a piece of advice. So I'm going to open it now. The tea leaves have formed the shape of a snake. Things are not as they appear. Interesting. All right. So that was an interesting message. Before I leave you, I have a big shout out to make to Bling. Hello, Bling. So Bling is a parakeet. I know I'm not saying it right, but of a follower of mine. And every time I talk, Bling like kisses me with his like whatever he does. So like I love it. So Bling Bling, hello. He's listening to me now. So that's my crazy. I love you. I love you too. So check your rising and your moon for their messages. Also like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks me if you can. Also join my Ko-fi membership where you can send me a coffee, which is like whatever donation you like to give me, or sign up for my memberships. Also, please book a session with me. I've been meeting some new customers, and I freaking love you guys. I love what you bring to the table too. Even if I've already seen you, spring is here. It's time for a refresh. And I have a whole bunch of new sessions online, so check that out on welovetobind.com. I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye, Taurus. All right, Gemini, this is like take number 3 for you because every time I started talking, your recording would stop. So far, so good. All right, let us begin. So when it stopped, by the second time I asked, should I be like, is there something wrong? And they said, reverse the card. So I'm just going to reverse the card. And this card is with Metamorphosis, which is change, 11. Power and strength lie within our surrender to change. So the fact that it's showing up in reverse to me is that you have resistance to change, right? This is a card about letting go, like something is trying to let go of you, but you're holding on and you're resisting. And you're like, no, 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 I need to keep it with me, right? Like someone maybe is trying to say, no, I'm not interested in you. Or someone's saying, no, this is not the right path. No, this is not it. And you're like, no, 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 it is, because I'm going to make it happen that way, right? And this is like a little bit of the anomaly of this journey, because like, yes, there's like persistence, and this is how you succeed in life, and this is where you go forward. It's like moving forward and like sticking with your conviction. And it's all beautiful. But if your soul and your higher self keeps coming in and saying, no, it's not the right place, and it will be seen. It will be noticeable. Like, I'll just take a relationship by example. So you're constantly getting rejected. So it's like, okay, maybe it's not the time for a relationship right now, right? And it's okay, because maybe the right time is coming, but we're so persistent on it working out right now. Maybe the job that you keep wanting to go for is just not working for you, but you're like, no, 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 no. It's gonna go, and I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna listen to anybody and give a shit. But your soul is like, yo, man, we're gonna keep taking different paths until you figure it out, right? So this is what this is. This is a resistance of you. You're having a hard time letting go of someone and something that wants to let go of you. This is huge. This is huge. All right, let's see what's going on here. The Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is Sagittarius energy. Let's just see what this is for you. The Queen of Wands, Aries, so lots of fire here. And the Six of Pentacles, which is interesting. Six of Pentacles, giving, receiving, challenge. So the Knight of Wands is like someone younger than you. The Queen of Wands is someone older than you. It doesn't matter though. Like here it's showing like you have a whole bunch of energies. Could be a mother energy, could be a mentor energy, could be you. Could be your children, could be people younger than you. It doesn't have to be younger than you, your age, whatever it is. But the Wands energy are very like creative, outgoing people like have a lot of plans that are like very outspoken perhaps. And then there's this Six of Pentacles, which is giving, receiving, and perhaps these energies around you, like this is like a very like flirty, charming energy, someone coming in and out of your life. Could be one night stands if that's what you're into. It could be like just this idea of flirting with others. Like they're both kind of that energy as well, I would say. Very charismatic. You are drawn to them almost, which kind of makes sense because you are air and they are fire, so you are compatible with each other. But perhaps with this showing up is like there's money, like you're giving too much money to them. Maybe you're receiving too, like you're taking, you know, there's a kind of energy here of there's not an equilibrium when it comes to money, career, like perhaps even maybe with this card here, it's like maybe it's within your career or your job that there's like this exciting project or exciting like jobs or whatever that's coming up for you to work with, collaborating with people, but you're not getting paid enough. You have to invest too much money. You know, there's that kind of feeling here. And maybe it's with a love partners or friends or family. There's people around you that it's all about money. Like you're always the one like giving the money, investing the money, or you're always like, there's never like there's no happy balance here, what I'm feeling. Let me look at the other cards. So I have an idea. Oh, interesting. The Ace of Crystals, which is the Ace of Pentacles. Which to me, like this, feels like a lesson in your life. So there's something, this is what this is you letting go of this to get this. You are holding on to an old version of yourself that is like, I need to save money, but I don't know how to, and I'm always spending the money, but I need to do this because my mother told me this, my brother, my sister told me this, my friends tell me this. Like, it's that kind of energy of like, well, these people are, they showed me the way, they helped me the thing, and I need to like hold on. You know, this is when I'm talking money wise, right? So, or like relationship, I give my energy to this relationship and they keep taking away from me, kind of thing. There's like a imbalance that you're experiencing at this moment in time. Love, family, friends, career, job, whatever, projects. Life to you feels very, you give too much, you take too much. There's no like happy medium here. You're expecting a lot from this person and then you don't, then you like, but you're like, you're expecting a lot, but then you reject that. Or you're, you know, it's like this like interesting, back and forth, like it's like a tennis game here happening. Look, I'm willing to give all my love to this person, but this person's not willing to give the love to you. So then you just like, right? Or there's like a, I don't know. It's interesting. Like you're there's the feeling of also the fire energy. Could be like taking advantage of you, kind of your energy, your money, or whatever it is. That could be just like kind of like sucking you a little bit, and you're allowing it, and it's like time to see it. This is what I'm feeling here. It's like time to step back a little bit, Gemini, and look at the friends that you have around you, the family dynamics, the romantic relationship, all of it. Just look at it all, and like the work, your career, like all of this, everything in your life, and look at it and say, okay, where am I giving away too much, and where am I taking way too much, right? Because we do that. Where is it that I need to let go? Because if I'm giving and I'm like too much, then that means I need to let go of something, and it's actually asking me to let go too, right? But I'm not seeing it. I'm just like, I want to let, whatever, and it's like, let it go, because what is meant to be will be. That's that old saying, but it's true. Why do we don't have to like hold on, and we don't have to like, we don't have to give so much, and we don't have to take so much. You know, it's not a push and pull here. It's a neutral. So where are we like? Like, I'm gonna, like, where are you in your life? Like, you know this. You know this. Like, could be with your children as well. It could be with your parents. It could be with, like, people, like I say, people older or younger. So it's everybody in your life, basically, right? There is where people have given from their heart, where people are giving from another place. Like, there's a discernment that's happening here for you, Gemini. And it's you to like step up into that discernment and see it for what it is. Like, don't get attached to it. Don't get emotionally attached to the person in front of you, the situation in front of you either. Like, see it as for what it is. Like, okay, I've been giving 10 years to this person over and over again. Advice, advice, advice. Love, love, love. Money, money, money. And now what? Right? And it's like, okay, and why haven't been listening to myself to like stop? And it's not, they're not going to love you less. They're not going to, like, you know, and if they love you less, then they're not worthy in your life. Very simple. So pay attention to the give and take. Is it equal? Or is it me, 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 me? Or you like, or take, 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 right? Goes both ways. Because to me, what comes is the Ace of Pentacles, which is once you figure this out, once you let go of those that are sponging you, or let go of those that are like, or those that you're taking from, like, you know, it, like I said, it goes both ways. Ace of Pentacles is this new beginning when it comes to a new project, a new job, a new financial stability, a new relationship perhaps, but something stable. Ace of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, like stability. This has been fun for a while, but it's a bit too unstable. And the universe, your higher self, is like, okay, it's time to let go. Because if it will happen, if it will work, it will come back. But you're like, we're aiming for a little bit more groundedness for you, Gemini, at this point in time. And you know who these people are, because these are people. It's a queen and a knight. It's not really situations. It's people in your life. So it's like, whatever it is, whether it's a love, whether it's friends, a family, whatever it is, work, a school, whoever it is for you, there's a little bit of instability, and it's showing up for you to finally let it go, to get to this. I love it. Wow. Waking the lion, people. We have another fire sign here, but waking the lion is like you waking up here and saying, hey, why am I allowing this person to take so much from me? Whether it's resources, whether it's my energy, whether it's my ideas, whether it's whatever it is, right? Or like my self-worth, or my whatever. Where am I like taking too much of theirs? How can I find the balance? How can I just be in love with me and be okay with whatever I have to offer myself, with me not having to wait for someone to give to me, right? Like, if someone is ready to give to you, they are ready to give to you. You can't like expel it out of them. We do that as humans. We're like, oh, we're gonna get it, we're gonna get the love from them, we're gonna get this from them. Just allow things to happen. Ooh, voice. Speaking your words. But you remember, this change, Taurus got the voice as well as their main energy. So voice is like waking the lion. It's like speaking up, right? Stop allowing those people around you to take from you. Say it. Is it uncomfortable? Yeah, it's 100% uncomfortable. But like, what are we doing here? Why are we here on this earth? Right? We're here to like play other people's games. We're here to like go with the flow. Like, we're here to go with our flow, not with the flow of everyone else. Like, you're here to stand in your power, right? You're here to do you. You're here to be up for change at all moments. Like, change is constant, is the constant. Especially as we move into this new. There's always going to be change. But for us to stay and allow people to like to vampire our energy all the time, or even allow yourself to take all the time, take from people. No, you don't want that. Like, you don't want your character to be that. You want that neutrality. You want that balance. And that's the only way you get to that balance. I mean, once you get that balance, you are grounded again, and you are stable. Like, you are rooted, right, into your character, and your characters can say, okay, let us begin anew. I kind of like this. It's because it's like waking the lion within you is like, hear me roar. This is my voice matters, and I'm going to speak it up. I'm going to say how I feel. Oh, you don't like what I'm saying to you. You are responding the way you respond. That's fine. That's your story. This is my story, right? Loving, trust in yourself as you move forward. Very nice. Really beautiful energy. So I'm going to give you a question or a piece of advice that's going to come through this oracle book. So ask your question. It might come as a piece of advice, just to warn you. So this is your advice or... Interesting. According to the palm reader, the Saturn, the middle finger, indicates a guilty conscience. Apologize first. I don't know how I feel about it, but maybe you had to apologize because you were like super taking of someone else's energy. Maybe that is it. So what? And you know what? We live in a society where it's like, oh, I'm too proud to apologize. I'm too proud. Like, pride is ego, right? Apologies, it's like, just do it. Who cares if that's what you want to do, right? If you want to move forward on, like, it's like, we need to talk. We need to communicate, which is who you are, Gemini. You're ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication. So somewhere along the way, you've hesitated and you're like resistant to it. So wake that lion within you, talk the talk, let go, let that, whatever wants to let go of you, let them go. You are not responsible for anyone in your life. You're not responsible to hold on to anyone. Everyone's playing a role in your life. Let them go. This is your message. It's really good. All right, Gemini, I hope this resonated with you. They're all very like deeper than usual. I love it. So check your rising and your moon as usual, and likes, share, subscribe, comments. And super thanks me if you can. Also, Ko-fi membership. You can send me a coffee, which is like a little donation, one-time donation, or subscribe to my membership. And please let's get together. Book a session with me. If you're new, if you have already seen you, it's great to see you all the time. So I have so many new sessions online. Check that out. You can even do text tarot, which is like $11 a question. Like, there's all kinds of prices. All right. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Cancer. We got strength of vulnerability. True power lies at the root of a perceived weakness. That's huge. This is the cover of the book, the Lantern Oracle book. Anyways, this is an interesting thing. This is like loving everything that you think you're not. And when I say that, it's like loving your weaknesses, your perceived weakness. Loving everything that you are, you like shun. You know, loving your grief, loving your sickness, loving your anxiety, your stress, your hate, your anger, your betrayal, like all of it, like all of these, like loving your victimization, loving your self-pity, your low self-worth. When I say loving it, I say loving it and seeing it for what it is, because it's there to show you that that you are strong enough to overcome this, right? A lot of it is shown because it's like deep inner wounds that are needing to clear. It's also showing up because someone in front of you is projecting that to you, and you're like, okay, it's like a trauma that I've been holding on to for the longest time, and I see it and I love it, but it's also for you to release it. But also to be super aware of it, because so much of us reject our weaknesses, and we are only focused on the strength. This is this whole like journey as well. Like, we're going to focus on the love and the positivity and the light and the compassion and the sincerity and the kindness. But then all this ugly shows up and you're like, oh, reject, bury deep inside. Don't bring it up. no, we can't do it in front of other people because everyone's going to think we're crazy. We're just going to put a facade on and we're going to pretend that we're not affected by it, but you are. And this is becoming like your true essence is showing to the world who you are and feeling the feels in front of everybody. Because let me tell you, it's very uncomfortable for people. You'll make a lot of people uncomfortable, but your job is not to make people comfortable. That's not what your job is, Cancer. I know you want everyone to love you and you want to people please, but that's not what you're here to do. You're here to be completely transparent. Can you do that? Can you honor your ugly? That's huge for everybody, but it's showing up for you. So, the Knight of Swords in reverse. The Eight of Swords. These are both Gemini energy. Interesting. And your challenge is the Empress. She's a Taurus, Libra energy, but this is like you, like the divine feminine. Even if you're masculine, you have divine feminine inside you. So this is like huge to me because this is your you could be challenged by a woman in your life, by the way. It could be a mother in your life, a female presence in your life that has perhaps always made you feel guilty, that has perhaps always like made you feel a bit uncomfortable with yourself. That could be. But there's something here. This is like not wanting to see perhaps the vulnerabilities within you. You're having a hard time looking at yourself in the mirror. You don't want to see the ugly. You don't want to see the anxiety. You don't want to see the grief. You don't want to see it. And you're resisting it because it's coming up. That's the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is like a fast movement of energy, of mental energy. And it's like showing up and it's coming up. And this could be a resistance to, it could be a person as well. The Knight could be it's usually a divine masculine energy that's coming up. It could be female because she's female here too. Someone who is like bringing like to light something that makes you feel vulnerable. That makes you feel like this is the truth that's coming in quickly. And you're like, no, I don't want to see it. I don't want to deal with it. I'm happy in my like very rose-colored bubble. I'm very happy in my little like pretend world. I don't want to deal with Sabrina. And I'm like, okay, you don't have to deal with it and you can stay in that low frequency world. But I mean, you're here for a reason, so I'm here to guide you. And like, obviously, this is like you're denying your feminine role here. The feminine role is to nurture yourself, to love yourself. So this comes in many forms here. This could be like a female in your life that has always, because it's in reverse, has kind of made you feel guilty, has always put you down, whatever, or made you feel worthless, had made you feel lower than kind of thing. Or it could be a woman that's triggering you in your life, that's bringing up this stuff for you, and it's making you like angry a little bit, could be. Or it could be like I said, like you forgetting to love yourself through this whole process. Wow, the Two of Cups, which is like a soulmate energy, which is a union, which is like a beautiful coming together. And here, and it only comes with you facing the mother, facing the Empress, facing that woman in your life that makes you feel this way, or facing you because you continuously, your words continuously say that you are not worthy, that you are lesser than, that you need to just shut the fuck up, that you need to like don't talk, don't make things worse, just like let's just like pretend. And it's not about pretend, it's about being truly honest with yourself. Like the Empress doesn't like hide from her feelings. She's going to tell you how she feels, even if it makes you uncomfortable. Because that's her role. She's here to help her children. She's here to help her partner. She's here to help her friends. And that's what the Empress does. The divine feminine energy is the moon. The moon makes you uncomfortable sometimes, right? It's waves of emotions. So to me, there is something that you've been, you're hiding. You're hiding from your feelings. You're hiding from your thoughts. You're like allowing your thoughts to take over and say you're bad. You're bad for being stressed. You're bad for being anxious. You're bad for it. Instead of you changing it around saying, no, you can come in and say that I'm bad, but I honor and love my anxiety at this moment in time. I don't want to attach to it, right? I want to honor it and say, yes, I see that you're here. And I see that you're here because perhaps I'm holding something inside and I need to release it. And perhaps you've been my friend for the longest time, right? And you've helped me survive something. But I need to let you go. So I can allow, because some of you are hindering a relationship to come in because you're too in this. You're not honoring yourself. You're not honoring your journey. Your journey, what you were supposed to be a stress case. You were supposed to be like, whatever, right? But now it's like, no. I see it. I allowed the anxiety to take over, but I no longer want that anymore. This is not who I am. I want to see the anxiety as a strength that kept me going, but now I overcome this anxiety and I welcome it, but I release it because I'm ready for this. I'm ready for new love to show up. I'm ready for a strengthening in my bond. I'm ready for a new soulmate to show up, which is not always romantic. It could be friends. It could be family. It's like allowing a union to happen with your soul. You know, it could also be you, like falling into yourself. Like you like, okay, I freaking love myself in all facets of myself. I am not gonna stick to always this like feeling of anxiety that it's like it's my downfall, it's the worst thing, or it's my mother's fault, or it's my sister's fault, or it's my friend's fault, or it's my boyfriend's fault, or it's someone else's fault all the time. It's not. You've chosen to be this, right? So honor it and let it go, because as you let it go, you welcome this new lover, this new partner, this new friend that's going to help you through this next step. Stop blaming and shaming the mother or the woman in your life or yourself. You needed to be here to, you needed to hear to see the strength that you had. That I held on to anxiety for 10, 20, 30, 40 years of my life, but now I'm ready to let it go. And I honor its journey. And I honor its presence in my life. That's it. The royal you. Love it. It's like time to... let me read it. I'm going to read this one, actually. The royal you. You are the ruler of your mind, and you're being invited now to consider what discipline you need to apply to your thoughts. Are they consistent with the values and beauty you intend for your life? It is important now to keep your focus on what is right and good for you as well as others. Now is the time to lead from your heart, from your authenticity and integrity. Hold your head high and know you are worth. Know your worth. That is the mark of a true sovereign. Right, babies? I love this. And now, you have change wind, which I kind of love because these swords energy is all about air, and there's this air showing up. And to me, you're in the process of change. With like, get ready. Like anything that you see differently in your life makes a huge change in your life, right? So get ready to, when you start to change the way you look at your vulnerabilities, your weaknesses in quotations, is the moment that life changes around you. The minute you become more honest and transparent with yourself and stop holding on to other people's actions and stop holding on to, it doesn't matter, it doesn't concern you. Take off that blindfold, love your whole journey, love your every part of you. Release it. Do not allow anyone to have power over you. Nurture yourself, love yourself, and get ready for the new, because a new soulmate is entering your life, a new friend, a new partner, a new something, but they cannot enter your life until you have honored your quotation mark weaknesses and vulnerabilities. So I'm going to give you one last message with this oracle book. And it could be an answer to a question or it could be a piece of advice. So just be open to that. So I'm coming with it. Here is your answer. The crystal ball shows a closed door. Is something holding you back, Cancer? I love this. Okay. All right. Write it down. Talk to yourself. This is the message of the week. I love you. And check your rising, your moon. Also like, share, comment, subscribe. Super thanks me if you can. On my Ko-fi channel, you can send me a coffee, which is like a little donation of whatever you want. Or you can sign up for my monthly memberships. And I'd love to see you on a session. So I've added a lot of sessions to my website, welovedivine.com. Check that out. Let's book a session together. It's spring, it's fall, wherever you are. So let's get new energies coming in. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Leo. We got distorted perceptions. Reality is rarely what we are raised to believe it is. Totally interesting. But I want to read to you what it says here. A sophisticated shift in consciousness will soon be made available to you. Initially, seeing things differently may feel alienating, or even like a betrayal or great loss. It may present initial challenges in what to do with and about this new perspective, especially if what you had envisioned for your life is dramatically altered as a result. The maiden assures you that any confusion, grief, or upheaval from releasing distorted perceptions or limiting beliefs will eventually open into amazing opportunities, remarkable growth, and an increase in self-sovereignty. So, this is a really important message coming through, especially for you, Leo, because we've been getting the same kind of message coming through. And the distorted perspective tells me that some of you are resistant to this change. Some of you just want to stay in your old life, in your old career, in your old thing, and you're happy with being in the, what is the word I'm looking for? In the, like the middle ground of life kind of thing. You're not... You know that to make a change, like there's change coming in, and to make this change means you have to release the old ways. You can't do the things that you always did. There's nowhere in our life that we can do anything that we used to do. I used to save money like this. This is how I'm used to being in this boring relationship. I'm used to being in this relationship that doesn't make me happy. I'm used to being in this career that's not going anywhere. I'm used to, and you're like, wow, dude, are you for real? You're not, like, if you're holding on to the used to, which is really mainstream, then it's time to make this change. It's time to get ready. Because you're not here to play small. You're not here to do the same thing over again. That is why they created the 9-to-5 job in cubicles, so that the mind could be like just a freaking machine. That's not what you're here to do, Leo. Especially you. Like, you're not here to, we're here to change things up. If something is not going the way you see it and you feel it, then it's time to change it. It's up to you to do it. It's not up to anyone else to make this change for you, except for yourself. But you have a distorted vision of how you want things to be in the future, but right now it's completely not. You're not even working towards that goal because you're still living in the old. Interesting. So first card comes up is a 6 of Cups, which is exactly that. The 6 of Cups is hanging on to the old. Well, this is how I used to do it in my childhood. This is what happened. So I'm going to hold on to the grief and the betrayal and the hurt that happened in my childhood. So it's going to translate into my life forever and ever because I'm not letting it go. I'm just going to say, I'm going to blame it on that. Well, I was treated like this, so this is why I'm like this. Okay, so change it, right? Why are you holding on to this? Stop holding on to the what was. It's not who you are now. That's the perspective, that the distorted perspective that we keep holding on to. This is, I was abused emotionally, this, or I was this, and this is who I am now, and poor me. But it's like, no, it's up to you. You can change it. You want to stay in this loveless marriage, you want to stay in this like loveless friendship, you want to stay in this boring whatever, you still allow your parents to talk to you the way, you allow these people to. No, because that's how it was. I was born in this limited belief system, so I'm going to stay to that. But it's like, no, man. I mean, no, exactly. Six of Cups, by the way, is a Scorpio. This is Ace of Wands, which is you. This is a fire sign saying, Leo, hello. Do I have to be, again, the one to tell you that the only way you get out of this is to start a new beginning, a new chapter, a new career, a new relationship, a new way of looking at things. Ace of Wands is new path. We can only, like, it's a clear as day here. And this, to me, you're holding on to a past. You're holding on to, well, they never thought anything of me, so I'm gonna prove them wrong. But it's not about proving them wrong. It's about leading your life, you doing you. It's not about pride. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm sorry, and I'm not gonna be the one. He better stand up, or she better, like, it's like, those games are so old energy. Like, F those games. Keep that there. What do you want in your new? Like, the Ace of Wands is coming up. What is it that you want now, Leo? Where do you want to be? Like, really, truly, deeply. Do you want to be in this, like, life? This boring, it's okay. It's like a box life. It's like, okay, I'm happy at work. I'm happy in this. Or what is it you want? Change that perspective. It's only you who can do that. And your challenge is so interesting, is the Nine of Crystals, which is a Virgo energy. And this is very interesting. It's like an earth energy. So it's all about money. The Nine of Crystals is about financial independence, money, luxuriating in life. So your challenge is that. So you're like, well, my life is great. I have a great business. I have a good job. I'm in a relationship, but I have children, or I'm in a relationship and it's good, it's fine. It's, because I was never loved as a child, or I was never, so now I'm in a good, it's okay. I'm in an okay place. It's like you're settling for mediocrity is what I see here. And your higher self is coming up and saying, hey, boom, what are you doing, Leo? You have this distorted perspective of your life, that you think that you should just be like living like a meh life. I'm not saying that all of you, because some of you could be living an exciting life, and kudos to you. But this is the message that's showing up here. Some of you are holding on to this past of yours. Like, this is, oh, I was a bad boy, or I was a bad girl and a badass before, so I should just like live like an honorable life. Like, what's an honorable life? Honorable life, like there's an honorable, like, moral life, right? For who? For the facade. Like, honoring your soul means really listening to your soul, which could be totally going up against everything that this illusion has, like, this perspective, this distortion has created. And you are being fucking pushed and propelled into that newness. Like, where in your life are you following the leader? right? You're the leader. You're the freaking lion and the lioness of the jungle. You're afraid to make these moves because of financial stability and security. Well, you know, if I put all my eggs in this basket, then I'm not going to have a pension. Like, stop. Like, do whatever you want. But to me, there's this feeling here of the way you're seeing things is so old energy that you're not even able to move into something completely new because you're stuck. And then you can continuously blame everyone else around you for where you're at. And it's not everyone's fault. It's not your mother, your father, your partner, your kids, your friends, your family. All of it's not their fault. No, there's no one to blame. And you're not to blame either, but you have to look at yourself and say, these are the choices I'm making. Because I'm afraid I'm not going to have enough money, so I'm not going to go and open that business I always wanted to do when I was a kid. You know, I always wanted to do this, but I'm going to stay like safe. Leo doesn't play safe. And we keep getting the same messages a lot with you, Leo. Like, there's a part of you that's like acts before they think. And it's like a lot of that has been lost within you. And this is Ace of Wands is like, let's go, Leo. Let's go. You got the Three of Swords in reverse. I'm like freaking loving this reading, man. Why do I love this? Because the Three of Swords is heartbreak, grief, sadness, and it's reversed. It's like enough. Enough. That's what's happening here. Change is here. Are you ready to take it? Because yeah, you're going to say goodbye to all this like held up like grief and sadness and like low self-worth that you have. It's gonna all like pitter away because you're taking the chance. The resistance is causing this, and it's not worthy of you, right? You're holding on to this old life, this past that has like made you this way, that made you feel like this, and that, but it's the past. Let it go. Like it's not part of you. But if you hold on to it, then you remain like this. But to me, it's like there's this, I don't know what this is for you, because this could be like a new relationship, a new outlook on life, a new project that you want to work on. Like, stop being afraid of not having enough money. Stop being afraid that you're not enough. That you can handle it. You can handle anything, because if it crosses your mind, it means it's a nudge from your higher self. You're like, yo, or God, or whatever you want to think it. It's like, hey, let's go. What are we doing? No, I'm scared. I don't have enough. I'm not enough. I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, I'd rather live in this kind of resistance, and that's not you. So you're kind of like have fallen into the distorted view of yourself, and it's time to snap out of it. Remember your worth and quiet the mind while you're at it, 100,000%. So much is the ego that's always like, no, you're not enough, you can't do this, no, you have to stay in the loveless marriage, no, you have to stay in the boring job, you got to stay in the cubicles, you got to stay doing the same thing over and over again. No, you want to go and live in a villa in Italy? No, you can't do that. Like, well, that's so crazy. But if you got that, like, for me, like, if you got that, like, message, live in a villa in Italy, then that's something to pay attention to. I'm sorry. No, Sabrina, that's your dream. Your ego would never tell you to go live in a village, by the way, in Italy. Because it'd be like, no, you can't do that. You don't have enough money. You can't do that. That would never be the ego telling you that. A lot of people are like, well, my ego would tell me, like, all the dreams. No, it wouldn't. Your ego is a survivor. It's fight and flight. Would never your daydreams and your imagination has nothing to do with ego. Has everything to do with your true essence. And that is that, like, wow. Yeah, but you're living in La La Land. You have to live in reality. That's ego. What is the reality? There's no reality. It's fake, the reality. So you're just wanting to choose to live in a fake world. But you have a choice to live in this fake world and to to control it the way you want, to be the director of it. So what do you choose? You choose to live in safety and like fear and like, oh no, everyone else is gonna be very sad if I make decisions. If I decide to just get up and leave, everyone else is gonna be sad. So let them be sad. You are not here for these people. They are roles in your life. Wow. I'm like this because I'm like Leo rising. Hearth, comfort. This could be seen as like, oh, comfortable, stay in your comfort zone. No, I don't see this as comfort zone to me. I see this as what is the comfort zone for you? Right? Is the comfort zone for you running around all over Earth and like traveling? And yes, go do it. Because we're so stuck in a comfort zone. Like the comfort zone is like being safe. To me, it's not being safe. My comfort zone is not safety at all. And I'm a Leo rising. My comfort zone is like seeing new, meeting new, like new all the time. I'm meeting new people on Zoom. I love it. I'm meeting new people. Like there's that, and in the comfort zone of a Leo is that. It's always like something new coming at them, right? Like that's where your mind usually is at. You're like all about going out and all about socializing and partying, and there's something that you missed along the way, where there's this fear of, because it's not only about the facade, it's about living your true, like the compass. Where is the compass taking you? That's where I feel like I've seen this coming up for Leo a lot, like holding on to the past that to me doesn't exist anymore. It literally doesn't exist. And people bring it up and I'm like, yeah, but let's not hold on to it. Boom. Let's leave it there. I want to move into new, people. Don't you want to move into new? As a fire sign, you're here to blaze a new trail. So stop blazing the old trail. Like, put the water on it. That's why you are friends with water signs. Let them, like, you know, are you friends with water signs? Yeah, or air. Like, let them air blow it out. Anyways, so this is your reading, which is kind of cool. And I have the Oracle book here to give you a final, like a answer to a question or a piece of advice. So ask a question. Here is the question or advice. The tea leaves have formed a rose. The line between pain and pleasure is obscured. Okay, whatever. I don't know what that means. Good, let that simmer inside you. Okay, I'm going to give you another one. This is like deep. All right. According to the crystal ball, someone else has already made a decision for you. All right. Okay, interesting. Okay, my beautiful Leos, I love you. Love you, love you. Check your rising and your moon. Also like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks me. Also, book a session with me. I have a lot new sessions on my welovedivine.com, and I'd love to see you. If I've already seen you, I'd like to see you again. And that's it. I said everything, right? And join my Ko-fi channel. You can send me a coffee for a little donation, or you can sign up for a monthly membership. I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Virgo. We got distorted desire. Conscious desire rarely satisfies the unconscious need driving it. So this is like, I was like, wow, man, of course Virgo gets like the deep card. I want to read the whole thing in this book because I feel like it's very informative. So this is what it says. Here, I'll show it to you like this. Knowing the difference between needs and wants is key to navigating what is at the root of a desire. It helps us to distinguish what is a self-sabotaging compulsion or mirage from what is a genuinely life-enhancing aspiration to be realistically pursued. I mean, that's a lot of words, but anyways. When what we think we want is not what we need or long for at a core level, the realization of such desires potentially results in something nightmarish rather than dream fulfillment. In worst case scenarios, this can have us running for our lives. Whether or not we consciously recognize a delusion for what it is, an untruth can never satisfy our needs. Illusions have no sustenance and therefore cannot satiate the burning desire that mistakenly drives us to attain them in the first place. Nonetheless, at the origin of every distorted desire is an invaluable lesson for us to learn about ourselves. Gently unpack the reasons why you are turning away from, rather than confronting the things that are not actually as they seem in your life. It may be necessary to compassionately release yourself from an unwarranted conviction that things or a person will magically change into what they have the potential to become, and cease making excuses for why they have not. This is like freaking, I love this actually. And I know it's like kind of deep, but I love it because to me, like my head is, to me this is like everyone that wants to see what they want to see, right? I want my husband, my girlfriend, my wife, my boyfriend, whatever, my mother, my father, my friend, whatever. I want that. I want to see them in this light, and I'm going to stick to that, even though they're not. And you want to change it in your mind, like change your perception of them, and like, and stick to this like version of them, and this illusion of them, a delusion. And you're gonna go about life with this delusion. And this is how I want. I need to have this relationship. I need to be in a relationship. So I'm gonna live with that delusion that I need to be in a relationship, and I'm always gonna be constantly rejected, and this is always gonna be like this, because you're like not allowing things to happen naturally. You're like you're living in the distortion of what it is that you want to happen in your life. I have my vision board. This is it. This is what I want, and I'm not gonna let it go. And the universe, the God doesn't work like that. Sorry, it's not like what you want as a human. It's what's already planned in your thing. So at this moment in time, it's like, don't be in a relationship, but you're like, no, I'm as human. I need to be in a relationship every single minute of my day. And yet, I keep hitting like losers upon losers upon losers, people who are not like aligned with me. But I'm gonna like, it's like, can you let it go? Can you trust your journey? Or I've decided that this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get married to this. I'm gonna have 6 children. I'm gonna do this, and this is the career I'm gonna get. And it's like, wow, man, you're like controlling your life, but you're controlling your life in a distorted reality. And that's the huge thing. It's about letting that shit go, man. Can you let it go? Can you allow life to happen without you controlling it? That's big. For not only you, Virgo, but for everybody. So, 9 of Swords. There we go. It's a Gemini energy, but it's also an energy of insomnia and anxiety, stress, like thinking, always creating your own, trying to create your life without allowing things to happen on their own. So you're constantly like, and it's like you're constantly bombarded with thoughts. So, and the King of Pentacles is in reverse. King of Pentacles is like a husband, a wife. It's usually it's a divine masculine energy. It's a Taurus, a Virgo, a Sagittarius. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Doesn't have to be, though. This is like an energy of, it's a Taurus energy, by the way. But it's like in reverse to me is like, there is like, maybe you're having problems with your partner in your life. Maybe you're having problems with your boss. Maybe there's like an overthinking happening with this kind of energy in your life that is like, it's not aligned. It's just not aligned. So let's just see what this is. The 10 of Pentacles is your challenge. The 10 of Pentacles is you, Virgo. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Crystals, as you see here, is financial stability, is like financial worth. It's like your home, your family, your career, your business, it's like a a vision of everything that you've seen in your life, and it's in reverse, so it's your challenge, and it's not going as planned. Some of you. Some of you might, on the facade, it's everything going, but deep down inside, you're having a disconnection with a King of Pentacles, which is your partner, like your boss or whatever. If you're single, it's like someone else in your life, a mentor energy, a father energy, whatever, a mother, father energy, brother, sister energy. There's someone in your life that it's just not working. And it's causing your vision of your life to be distorted. Because you had, like, it's very interesting to me. It's like you have an ideation of your life, you have a vision of it, and you're sticking to it. So like glue, like, because you're this is what I want, you know, Virgo, like, don't like F with the Virgo, because that's their idea. And so someone has disappointed you, like your father, like I said, whoever this is, your partner. And it's causing you a lot of grief, by the way. It's causing you a lot of like sleepless nights, a lot of like you're questioning yourself. You're like constantly like, what the hell? Like, why am I being so stubborn? Like, because I'm an earth sign, but why am I being so much like this when it's clearly not working? It's clearly creating instability in my life, in my home, in my family, in my career, in my whatever. It's not working. The Page of Cups in reverse. So, this is interesting. Page of Cups is children, beginner mind. It's a naivety. It's like you going into this relationship, you going into this life, whatever, with like an idea in your mind, and it's like not happening. And I'm not laughing, and I feel like it could be even problems with your children. Like, it's just like you're like tormented a little bit here. Wow, this is like huge, Virgo. Your constant need for love, your constant need for attention is not being met. Like, you had an ideation of how you want to be in a relationship, perhaps, or even how you want to, like, you do, like, the Page of Cups is like romantic love. It's like very childish, you know, like butterflies and like that kind of beautiful love, pure love. But it's missing. Because you've created this idea of what you wanted, and maybe some of you made it happen, but now it's like revealing itself, and it's like it's not where I want to be, and you're having a hard time getting out of it. You're like, oh no, because this is what I decided for my life. Virgo is freaking stubborn, like just as stubborn as its sister signs, right? Taurus and Capricorn, and it's like you're getting stuck in this distortion out of your own will. Involution. It's like, oh my God, this is freaking interesting. Oh my God, why are you missing a card? Because it's here. Wish upon a star. And then you got the West completion with a piece of puzzle, which is kind of, and 4 is like foundation, which is kind of interesting to me that these are showing up. So I'm going to put them behind here because I still have a little bit of talking here to do. So in a little part of you, obviously this is not every Virgo because it feels very specific to some Virgos, but there is a part of you that sees everything very clearly in your life right now, sees that maybe it's not the right time to be dating, and maybe it's not the right time maybe it's not the right person that I am partnered with. Maybe it's not the right job that I have. This boss is not doing. Maybe it's not the right, you know, like whatever person is for you. Maybe yeah, my parents are like freaking annoying or whatever. Like this person is, there's a disconnect, but it's causing instability in your home. It's causing you to feel ungrounded. It's also causing you to like lose sight of why you're here. You're here to experience love. You're here to experience that. You're here not to compromise. Like, oh, he doesn't love me, or he doesn't show this, he doesn't appreciate, but it's okay. No, it's not okay, right? This is what we do. We allow for other people to mistreat us. We allow it for everyone to disrespect us because, oh, okay, he's not like that, so I'm not going to force it. You're going to ask for it, though. You're going to, like, make sure that it comes to you, right? Because that's what we're here to do. And it's like, I feel like there's this part of you here has lost the definition of love. Love is not giving your soul to another. Love is not allowing another to stomp all over you. Love is not that. Love is like speaking up and saying, this is what I want from you, please. This is what I need from you. This is what I can give you. Right? It's not like going above and beyond that you feel uncomfortable with your love either. It's about being real with your love. And it's like we forget that. And you've forgotten a little bit about, like, go back to when you were like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, whatever years old, when you had the ideation of love. You were full of love to give. You gave love to your friends, your family. You gave love to everybody around you. And now you find yourself in a little bit of unstable moment because you've given into love in a distorted way. You've allowed the love to come in as abuse, as emotional, mental, physical, if you're, or withholding of money, or not making, like, you know, like there's a interesting, I don't know, something here happening. Oh my God. Wish Upon a Star is 39. Let me see what that says. Do you believe your dreams can become real, or do you shrug them off and chide yourself for being unrealistic? What if you could trust that the world around you holds promise you have not yet realized? Perhaps the point all along is not how something can happen, but the power of wishing and intending. Don't forget that the act of wishing, dreaming, intending is more important than figuring out the how. It shows the universe you're serious about playing the game of life and you trust the essence of the partnership. Remember, every dream you believe in and hope for is a call to a twinkling star. The answer will come, sometimes swiftly, sometimes slowly. No wish is ever wasted. I mean, to me, wishing is like, it's just being. Like, to me, I would say, like, sometimes they say, watch out what you wish for, because, and then you end up, you know, marrying, or you end up that job, and you're like, yo, okay, was it really what I wanted, right? So when you're making your wishes, make them intentional, make them true to your heart. And I really would say, go back to your 8-year-old self. What would your 8-year-old self be wishing for right now? And are you like living that life? Because to me, you were pure at that age, and you like came in as a soul that was very in the know. And so like, live like that. Stop living like your adult self that is already all preconceived. And then you have the West, which is completion. Like you hold the piece of the puzzle, right? Live. This is kind of, I want to see what the message is. Sorry. Because I have my vision, but maybe they have something else to offer us. Every cycle comes to a close. Do not resist the end of something, because the end heralds a new beginning. Complete the project. Be a finisher. Be not afraid of death. It's a part of life. I mean, that's big over here, because this is like, this I feel is you putting an end to this. You stop lying to yourself and start living in a distortion, and you getting ready for the new. But again, I don't want you to, like, this is again not for everybody here that's a Virgo. You could check your rising and your moon for other messages, but this feels very specific to some of you. And let me know how you feel about this. Don't hate the messenger. So I'm going to give you a final message with the Oracle book. It could be an answer to a question, or it could be advice, but here it goes. The psychic counsels you to act prudently. All right, that's like, all right. But honestly, act according to you, not according to, don't live for everyone else. We're not here to live for everyone else. We're here to live for ourselves, unless you have children, of course. That is separate. But you're not here to live by other people's rules. Partners, parents, siblings, friends. You're here to do you. And if you're feeling uncomfortable, it's for you to pay attention to that. All right, check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also, check my WeLoveDivine.com. I put on you sessions. I'd love to meet you online or live. If you're in Montreal, it would be great. Also, share, like, comment, subscribe. Super thanks me. And I have a Ko-fi membership where you can send me a coffee as a one-time donation, or sign up for a monthly membership. All right. I love you so much, and I'll see you next week. Hello, my beautiful Libra. We got radical self-acceptance. You are perceived the way you perceive yourself. Yes. I want to read from the book, something that she said. It's really interesting. When we radically accept ourselves, we become luminous. When we force ourselves into shapes, roles, and pursuits that are not authentic, we compromise our true potential and radiance. The Guardian encourages you to accept yourself totally, to unconditionally open to your full potential. Live your bliss, live your light. No. Live your bliss, your light will illuminate how beautiful life is. So, like I said in the Facebook and in the Instagram, you love others to the extent that you love yourself. It's the same idea. So, like, it's how you are, like, you can only love another and accept another when you completely love yourself. And we've always talked about this, but this is radical self-acceptance. So this is like going to the nth degree. Are you willing to live a mediocre life? Are you willing to always like be on the self-defense, or always be blaming or shaming yourself or others and yada yada yada? Instead, are you ready to totally love your light? Illuminate your life. Because we're not here to, again, we're living in a distorted reality that is like perpetually created by ourselves. And if we continuously follow and hate ourselves and hate everyone else and feel sad and feel sorry for ourselves and do all the things, then we're always perpetuating it. Because we are the ripple, right? So it's time to freaking start loving yourself right now. Not like in 10 years or not in 1 month because I'm going to lose my weight and I love myself then. Love yourself right now with your body, with your character, with your whatever. Can you do that? Because literally you loving yourself is you loving another. You cannot love yourself. You cannot love another. You can never love another if you don't love yourself. That is never going to happen. So, Ten of Swords showing up, which is a Gemini energy. The King of Wands, which is a Leo energy. And your challenge is the Six of Wands, which is a Leo energy as well. And this is victory, success, whatever, and you're not seeing that. You're resisting this. The Ten of Swords is showing up saying, hey, what is ailing you? What are you trying to let go of? Why are you holding on to that guilt? Why are you holding on to that anxiety? Why are you holding on to that grief? Why are you holding on to this like low energy frequency feeling? What is it about you that you're not able to love yourself? The King of Wands is asking you, can you love yourself like I love myself? The King of Wands could also be, it's a fire sign, but it's just a partner or a person in your life. Usually kings are someone a little bit older than you. It doesn't have to be. It's a divine masculine energy. Someone in your life showing you, could be a female as well. You know, it's like we all have feminine, masculine within us, but there's an energy here of the King of Wands showing up like, hey, what's up with you? Why are you allowing this energy to overtake you, Libra? Why are you allowing this energy to why are you identifying with this energy? That's an interesting one. And you know, I could read this in a different way, like Taurus had this and I read it in a completely different way. But this to me, because of this, the Six of Wands in reverse, these two Leos here showing up, is that you're causing your own failures. You're causing your own low self-worth. You're at the root of why things are not working the way you want things to work, because you're allowing this energy, these thoughts to seep into your mind, into your ego, which is ego as well. You've lost sight of who you are, Libra. You've lost sight of why you're here on this earth. You are playing in the distortion too much. You're playing in this illusion that's making you feel worthless, like making you feel like you can't overcome whatever it is that you're overcoming. That you're. This is a very interesting, energy to me. Because the Ten of Swords is this, like, you're trying to get away from that low energy, and it's like keeps you in the ground kind of thing, and you're holding on to it for some reason, because it's like the thought, the ego wants to keep you in that like low energy, wants to keep you like forever survival mode, wants to keep you like feeling shitty about yourself, and the King of Wands is like, yo no, enough, unless you want to, it's your prerogative, but it's enough now, because it's causing you to feel like a failure, and it's causing you to actually fail in relationships, in your jobs, in your careers, and in your life. It's like bringing you down, instead of you being like, hello, I'm here to radically to make a change in my life. I'm not here to follow other people's rules. I'm not here to follow other people's ideations of how I should be. And the King of Wands is like, you're not. You're here to show yourself. You're here to be who you want to be. And as irritating and triggering as it may be, but a lot of you are like falling short. It could also be like there's a partner in your life that makes you feel like this, right? There's a partner in your life or someone in your life that's very domineering, and then making you feel like you are lesser than, and making you feel, and you're always like fighting for something. And it's like, it keeps you in this like low frequency all the time. Ugh. What? Interesting. The Six of Wands in reverse again. We have two reverses of Six of Wands, which is success and victory and feeling good about yourself, and a Leo energy and feeling like confident. But here you're completely always feeling like one step back, to me, like it feels like you accept your failures. That's what it feels like. Like you're accepting of them. You're allowing them. You're like, okay, well, it's not going to happen for me. So I'm just going to live my life the way it is. And I'm not going to like push forward. I'm not going to change. I don't want to change things up. I don't want to like, I know because you guys are so super relationship. Like it's really important to your relationships, but to a point of what? To a point of just riding the wave? To a point of not really being true to yourself? This is what I feel. I feel like you're like, it's fine. I'm like, it's fine that they're cheating on me. It's fine that they're lying to me. It's fine that I feel like, you know, and it's not only like a romantic. It could be like like I said, it could be a parent, like a family member, a friend, a colleague, or whatever, a boss. It could be anybody in your life. You know who this person is. That constantly makes you feel low. That constantly brings down your energy. And it's so hard for you to love yourself. You're like, I don't have time to love myself, Sabrina, because I'm constantly warring with these emotions or these thoughts. Like they're constantly making me feel, but no one makes you feel anything. You choose to allow this energy. You choose to allow your parent to make you feel like this. You choose to allow your partner to make you feel like this because you make these choices. It's not, oh, I'm forcing it down your throat. I'm forcing it down your, like, in your mind. So that's the radical self-acceptance and the radical self-love that's showing up here. It's like, are you ready to step into your self-love at this moment in time? Because this is crucial time right now. Because we are moving into a new energy. If we consistently stay in this, like, blame, shame, I am less worthy, I am not worthy, I am this, I am poor me, like look what they are, they treat me this way. This is like your choice. You choose to be treated this way. You choose to feel like this. You choose to do this, so you are going to stay that way. But do you want to live in that low frequency way? Because this is saying that you will. This is saying that you are like constantly gonna like feel like the failure that you are, and you're constantly gonna allow your mind to take control. Your ego is going to win at every step of the way, and it's not. You're not here for that. You're not here to live as a survivor. Like it's enough. We are warriors. We're not survivors. We've survived in the past. And we did it because we had to. And now we are moving into warrior. We are warriors to start with. But we are moving more into it, right? And it's time to release. And it's time to let go of all of it. All the gunk. All this low self-worth. All this hate. All this anger. All of it. Love it. Love it. And let it go. Love your ego and diminish it. Like, we're in radical choices now. You choose your next steps. You choose your life. How do you want to live your life? F the rules. F the people around you who have this idea of how you need to live your life. It's not their life. And I don't care how old you are watching this. It's not anyone else's life or choice to make for you. It's yours. How do you want to live? Do you want to live with a controlling person around you? You want to live with a cheater, a liar, a dishonest person? You want to live with someone who is like controlling your life? You want to you choose, Libra. It's nobody's fault. It's not your fault either, but it's your choice. So it's time to freaking love yourself, Libra. And loving yourself could mean people falling away, and loving yourself could situations falling away. So be it. But this is yours to make. This is your life to make. This is why you've chosen this life, this character to play. So what are you going to do? Are you going to continue living with love, self-love, or are you going to continue following your limited belief systems and the rules of the distortion? I love you. I really love you guys, by the way. It's just like I'm passionate about it. Great big love. Like, I mean, what the hell? We're here to be loved. We're here to be loved. We are here to love. But you are always loved, by the way. Even if you don't feel love in your present situation, you are loved by the universe, by your soul family. You are loved. You need to know that. So what are the choices you want to make to continue this love in your life? Interesting. Mystery dark matter with this like freedom on her lips, in her mouth. I'm going to read this one. 38. It's an 11. I think you have 11. Oh yeah, 29. 11. What's this number? 26H, which is this year. So 38. The world still has mystery, and this is a fine thing. Just because you cannot see it doesn't mean it is not there. You do not have to know the details of everything. Some things are better not revealed at this time. Have faith. Freaking love it. I mean, it's an air sign, which is interesting. So are you. So it's like, can you start making choices that are from your heart and not from your ego? Can you start living the life that you deserve? Can you do that? Because this is your life, and it depends on how you want to live it. And it's nobody else's life to live except for yours. This is your message. Intense in the brain, intense in the membrane, oh, insane in the membrane. So I'm going to give you one last message from the Oracle book. It's either an answer to a question or a piece of advice. So here it goes. Pause the video, but I'm coming for it right now. Mars, the planet of war, urges you to go after what you desire, people. Like, come on, man. This is it. So you know what to do. You always know what to do. I'm just giving you the urge. A little push. All right. So check out my new sessions on my WeLoveDivine.com. I'd love to meet you if I've never met you before. We can book a session together. We can do tarot readings, spiritual readings, whatever it is you want from me. And also like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks me. Check your rise and your moon for other messages. And also I have a Ko-fi membership where you can buy me a coffee for a small donation, or sign up for my monthly memberships, which is like monthly readings, personalized for you or whatever. All right. I love you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Scorpio. We got wishful expectations, acknowledging the smoke and mirrors in your life for what they are. Interesting. Love that. So I'm going to read from the book because I like what she has to say. The assumptions that we hold about how we think our wishes should come true and in what form can easily trap us. Once we are caught within the rigid confines of how we mistakenly believe our lives should look, we become enslaved to perpetuating the impression we create for others and need to keep believing the pretense for ourselves. Despite our heart knowing that something about our life is not right or disingenuous, it can often feel easier or even appear logical to continue pretending that things are as they seem. Denial becomes our survival mechanism and that which increasingly alienates us from ourselves and others. Wow, that's freaking deep, man. Look for any incongruent thoughts, words, or actions holding you in suspension. This will help you identify any form of wishful expectation playing out in your life. It can be helpful to observe what your heart has to say about your current state of emotional, mental, and physical well-being, as well as the environment and company you keep. Wow, that's deep. I really like that, actually, because so many of us do that. Like, we have this ideation of our lives and how it should be and where we should be and with whom we should be with, and how, like, it's all like planned. A lot of people like talk to me, I have a vision board and it's all coming true, and sometimes I look at them and I'm like, in my heart of hearts, I know that what the human you and your character has as a vision is probably like 8 times out of 10 not really what your soul wants you to do, right? And it's like, yeah, but I'm like how many times have I been a success and failed, right? Like had a successful relationship and failed and broke up, whatever, because it wasn't really where I was supposed to be. And this is that ideation that we have of ourselves. Interesting. Let's see what is going on here. The Queen of Cups. It's a Cancer energy. The 10 of Wands. Sagittarius energy. And the 4 of Wands as your challenge. The 4 of Wands is accomplishment, career, marriage, this like ideation, this the vision that you had of yourself. Wow, that's freaking deep. The Queen of Cups could be your mother, could be a woman in your life that's older, that's spiritual, that could be someone in your life that could be like helping you, maybe. But even though she's looking the other way, like, she could either be your problem because you're carrying something here, something like heavy burdens, maybe from this queen, this mother, this parent, this mentor, this whatever it is in your life, or friend. I almost feel like it's someone that, because of the position of the card, because the Queen of Cups is looking the other way. And you're like facing, you're wanting to turn around, but you can't even turn around because you're holding on to guilt from this person, or expectations that this person had. It could also be your view, your vision of how you expected your life to be at this very moment in time. And here you're carrying all this like expectations, all this like, oh, this is where I thought I was going to be. I'm supposed to be successful. I'm supposed to have a boyfriend. I'm supposed to have a girlfriend. I'm supposed to be this. I'm supposed to be that. I'm supposed to be that. And it's like, that's not the way it works, right? And like, you having all this well, this is, I set it out to be. I opened my own business. I moved. I did this. And you're still not happy. Right? You're still not satisfied with what your choices, because you are following the choices of your character, of your human who is following the distortion, who's following people in her life, in your life, in his life. You're following other people's views on how you would be successful in your life, how you could, and there's a part of you, Scorpio, that is like, and you've been carrying other people's ideations, other people's views, other people's visions for you. How interesting. Oh, I love that card. Anyways, let's stay here. And this is like something you carrying, so like almost, it could be your siblings, your parents, like whatever this is, right? Your partners, whoever this is, that had, like, she here, or he or she here is almost like upset with you because you didn't follow their way, or you followed this to me feels like guilt. This to me feels like, oh, you're not doing it my way. You're not like and you're Scorpio. You can't tell Scorpio what to do, first of all, right? But also, there's a feeling of like, even you not being fully satisfied with where your life is, even you having had these visions of your life, of where you would be with a partner, with your business, where your life, wherever you are right now in your life, you're like, I know, it's somewhere I want to be. I had this idea that I would be here at this age, at 20, at 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever, and you're still, but you're not. That's the illusion. Like, when we place expectations on how we're supposed to be, where we're supposed to be, we'll never satisfy ourselves, because your soul is like, you're not following a rule here. You're not here to follow a playbook, right? You can create it for yourself, but ultimately you're going to follow your soul contract, which you have no idea what it is. So are you able to like just live? Stop taking on other people's like choices of how you should live your life, but also stop taking on other people's desires and dreams that they have for you. Oh, I've always seen you like this. This is where you are so good at. You're such a good speaker. You should become this. Always see like, you know, there's that. But there's also a part of you with the Four of Wands in reverse that you feel bad that you're not where you need to be. And I'm telling you, like, let it all go. Let it all go, because there's nowhere you need to be right now. You don't need to be successful. You don't need to be happy. You don't need to be that, because you are all of them. You already are successful. You already are happy. You already are loved. You already are. So you don't need to be anyone. You don't need to be anything that you're not right now. You just, like, when to me, it's like when you fully accept that you are all of this is when things will start to flow in. There's nowhere you need to be doing. There's nothing you need to be doing. This is like the biggest misconception of every single human on this earth. We need to be doing. And it's like, no, you don't need to do anything. But Sabrina, how am I going to meet someone if I don't do it? Like, because you're going to meet the person, or you're going to fall into this job, or you're going to fall into this, because it's going to happen. Because you created this as your light self. That it would happen. But you need to trust it. Like, but I don't believe you. Okay, so don't believe me. Like, what? I don't know what to tell you, right? I know it to be true. And I'm also my own worst enemy. Because I'm like, oh, when, you know? Like, and they're like, can you wait in 5 years for it to happen? I'm like, what do you mean, right? Like for me, it's like, can you wait 5 years for your soulmate to come in? I guess so. I gotta wait 5 years. So it is what it is. But no, we want it now. We want this happening right now. This is the dream I have. I thought I was going to be like this at 50 or 40 or 30 or 20. And it's like, you can think whatever you want, human. But like, you created your own contract. So if like at 39 is when you were going to become successful, then you're going to wait. And just trust it. Like, don't hold on to it. This is all this, because look, you have the Fool card. To me, is like letting people, like, give them people can give your opinions, they can make you feel guilty, they can make you feel whatever the hell they want, but that's on them. It's not on you. Stop taking on their issues, stop taking on other people's visions of where you need to be, stop taking on that, because you're unhappy because of these people, but also because of you. You're allowing them to, like, you're allowing yourself to follow a straight line, which is, you're not in a straight line. Can you trust that this wheel is going to turn and it's going to drop you off where you need to be at the time that you need to be? Can you trust that? That's where you're at, Scorpio. To me, things are falling into place, perhaps, for certain things. You know, like, I can't tell you right now where you're going to find the love of your life. Like, not everybody is at that stage in their life, right? It's not even about love here. It's really about you. Like, you allowing yourself to trust and jump into the unknown. But trusting and falling into the unknown is really trusting the unknown, not just saying it. And then going and saying, well, I still haven't found my love. I still haven't found this. What are all these things? These are all illusory things. The relationship, the house, the fame, the fortune, the success, it's the illusion. Because you're all of it. You are love. You are pure. You are freedom. You are joy. You're all of that. We came to enjoy the human experience of success and fame and fortune and love and that. We did, of course we did. But that's not the end all and be all of our journey here. So can you let it go? And if it's part of your contract to experience more love, then allow it to come in. Allow it to be. And it's like, well, if I'm not proactive, then how are things? No, that's the thing. This is where the human gets involved and says, oh yeah, but this is the way it's supposed to work. Like, how am I supposed to fall in love with someone, Sabrina, if I'm not on the Tinder? I'm like, oh my God, people. Like, you guys don't walk to a post office? You guys don't, like, are you holed up in your home? Maybe the delivery guy who's going to come. Like, there's, like, if there's a will, there's a way. There is a way. You created it. You got to trust yourself. Trust that it's going to happen. So, like, someone's going to call and say, hey, let's get up on this webinar and let's do this. And you're like, okay. That was a sign. I'm not only, like, I'm not yelling at you, by the way. I'm passionate. I'm talking to you. So, like, because I'm talking to myself as well. That's why. So, call of the muse is exactly. It's like, can you call the muse? You are the muse. Right? There's no other muse outside of yourself. Like, being the muse of your own story means trusting the flow of it, the rhythm of it. Dancing to the beat of your own drum, people. Dancing to your own, like, messages coming through. My messages have always been, do nothing, do nothing, do nothing. Trust, trust, trust. Love yourself, love yourself. They've always been the same. Always the same messages I get. And, you know, as the human, I want this now. What do you mean? It's like, can you fucking let it go? And it's continuous to me. It's always the same. Trust. Trust. I'm like, okay, I trust. Pressure, transformation. So this is freaking awesome. Like the you know, like the diamond. The diamond is compressed and it's like pressurized, and then it comes and it's a bright, clear diamond. This is what's happening here. You are in the process of massive transformation, but are you willing to, like, allow this, whatever it is that's like compressing you, the people around you, don't allow them, but recognize it, that you are going to come out of that cocoon and become the beautiful butterfly that you are. And you already are that butterfly, is what my message is. We are all that and more. We have no freaking idea who we are. We know this much of who we are, the greatness that we are. So can you just let it go? Let all these people with their rules and their ideas of how you should be, and even you, let go of all your visions and where you should be. And I should be here at this time, and I wasn't there at this time, and who cares? Because to me, it's coming. It's only going to come if you let it all go. So I'm going to give you a message with the Oracle book. It's like, what is it? What is the message? It's an answer to a question or a piece of advice. Oh. The dice have come up with 555s only if you change your priorities. Really cool. Anyways, check your rising and your moon. Also, check my new sessions I have online. WeLoveDivine.com. Book a tarot, book a spiritual reading, book whatever you want. I even do text message with WhatsApp for, like, more affordable readings. It's all like all the price ranges. I'd like to meet you, also give as much guidance as I can. I would appreciate that. Also, check out my Ko-fi, which is a membership platform. You can subscribe to a monthly membership or offer a coffee with a little donation. And like, share, comment, subscribe as usual. It helps with my channel. I thank you so much, Scorpio, and I'll see you next week. Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius. We got creative power. Release your alchemical energy into the world. That's deep. Okay. To me, this is like an Empress energy, which is a nurturing energy, but also rebirth, starting something fresh and new with this vortex. I kind of love it. I'm going to read to you from the book. It may be time to release yourself from whatever is preventing you from making an avoided project, a significant change, or a persistent desire happen. The mother encourages you to trust the creative process and surrender to its power and your inherent resourcefulness. Let your spirit selves know and guide you. She also wishes for you to take care of yourself in areas that feel particularly vulnerable during your creative process. Prioritize your needs, ensure that they are met in safe and stable environments. That way, your creative energy may flow constructively, optimally, and healthily through your mind, body, and emotions to manifest the best possible outcome. Again, always be sure to seek what you need and accept it when it shows up. So it's a really beautiful energy. It is a creative energy, but there's a feeling of you holding on to an old energy again and again. Like you're resisting something. So I kind of find this interesting because I do believe you have a crazy reading coming up. Let's see. I forgot, but okay. Ace of Cups in reverse, which is a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. It's a water sign energy, so it's emotions. The Five of Wands, which is a Leo energy. And the Five of Cups, which is your challenge, which is Scorpio energy. So the Ace of Cups, to start with, is a relationship that is not doing well. Right? It's like it's a resistance to a new chapter in your relationship. It's like a cheating episode, a lying within a relationship, a dishonesty, a standstill, like a feeling of, because the Five of Wands is struggle. This whole reading to me feels like there is a resistance to start fresh with your emotions. Your emotions all over the place. You're unable to see clearly, and you're struggling. Like the Five of Cups too is this feeling of glass half empty kind of energy. So to me, when I said a creative power, I was like, wow, like, you know, like you're here to harness and nurture yourself, but at the same time, it's because that there's something not working. So whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it could be a creative project that you've been like you started, but it's not like bringing anything to you. Like you're struggling and you're like, oh, like I feel like there's like a disconnect you have with this mother energy, this energy of like birthing something new. We're going to start a new chapter. Let's begin something completely new, but you're holding on and you're resisting this new, and you know that you're struggling with it. You're like, there's something not quite right. Like you're not ready to give up on this, like, love. You're not ready to give up on something. You're struggling with yourself. Perhaps you've broken up with someone, but you really love the person and you're struggling with that. Perhaps this person has like lied to you, cheated on you, made you feel unworthy, and you're struggling. Like you're still struggling because you love that person, right? There's like the Ace of Cups in reverse is like emotional distress a little bit. You're like feeling unworthy. You're feeling not at your best. You're not feel like, you know that there's something new starting, and you're not, you're like holding back. There's a lot of fighting, there's quarreling with yourself perhaps, or with others. But it's like you're a little depressed, is what I see. And it's like almost like this, the pregnancy, like when you give birth, you have even postpartum, or when you're in the process of pregnancy, there's always this up and down of emotions, you know, just to give the metaphor of why we're seeing this Empress energy with this pregnant. To me, it's this feeling here, you're up and down, you're like unsure of how to how to feel about a situation in your life that's causing a lot of struggle within you because you're not sure how to feel. Like you're not sure where to put your emotions, and it's causing distress. Like it could be that you were in a relationship and you're reconsidering it, but you know deep down it's not going to work, right? You could be like there's so much happening here for the Ace of Cups. You're struggling with yourself, and you're constantly fighting with another or yourself, and you're not feeling great. Because the Eight of Wands is your next card, which is you, Sagittarius. And the Eight of Wands is an energy of quick movement, swift movement. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of this. What are you doing here? Why are you lingering in this? If you're not feeling it, then acknowledge it. Like, feel the feels of this betrayal. Feel the feels of this anger, this hatred, this struggle. Like, look at it and say, okay, it's just not working out, and now it's time to make a move. Stop lingering here. You're lingering a bit too long here. Like, give birth already. It's time. You gave birth, now run with it. There's like a feeling of mistrust with another, or even with yourself. Like you're in a little bit of a bind, to me, I feel, when it comes to love, when it comes to showing your love, when it comes to sharing it. There's you've been cheated on, lied to, or you've lied, cheated perhaps on someone. You've been dishonest, and you're struggling with it too, because it's like, it's not who you are. It's like you're feeling, it's like a massive, it's really uncomfortable, is what I got to tell you here. It's like you've given birth to something and still it feels uncomfortable. But this tells me that, can you go back here and say, okay, it is what it is. It's done. I don't need to linger on this anymore. Like, whatever, whether I did the breaking up or they did the breaking up, or whether I was like unemotional, or where they, like whoever it was, whatever the struggle was, can you just leave it behind, love it, forgive it, release it, and move into the new? That's what I'm getting for you, Saggy. Birds of a feather flock together. What does that mean? 25. Birds of a feather. So I'm back because when I read Birds of a Feather, I got the message that it's not the right card. So I changed it because I'm going with my feeling. And I shuffled to get 42, Smoke and Mirrors. And, sometimes it happens. It's like, because I usually do them early and then I leave them. And this is where I'm feeling this was supposed to be. So Smoke and Mirrors is your message. The entire world is a construct of smoke and mirrors, and our job is to discover the truth that lies beyond the illusion. Discoveries at the frontiers of science align with what the ancients have known. At the atomic level, we are blinking lights in empty space. Consciousness is fundamental, time can be bent, and we are eternal. Ask yourself if what you see is really just what you're looking for. What do you sense beyond your intellectual assessment what is? Can you drop into your heart and soul and call for a vision, a feeling, and awareness of the true and authentic? Every day, remind yourself that you are intrinsically connected to all life. Today, trust the inner voice that reminds you that you truly will find what you seek and more, even if outer conditions appear to challenge that. So I kind of love that, because Smoke and Mirrors is exactly, it's like the illusion, right? And here it's like this. To me, it's kind of that illusion, like you're playing in this like feeling here. There's if you're feeling this unalignment, this is great. This is where you need to be. If you're feeling like your emotions are all over the place, then also it's great, because this is the moment where it's like ding ding, where is it that, where do I need to, what do I need to leave behind me? What is like, do I need to go towards love? Do I need to go towards what feels really good in my heart? Do I need to stop following the mind and the limited belief system? Do I need to, and it's 8 of Wands, like, yes, go with your heart, let's move. And we have growth, plants. Like, plant the seed and let it grow, but don't put a timeline on how fast the plant needs to grow, right? If you're moving into a new relationship, let it grow as it's supposed to grow, because that's part of your contract. I just feel like there's a very interesting energy happening here for your Sagittarius. It's like leaving behind something that has hurt you and betrayed you for a reason, right? Everything happens for a reason. It's not something that is like haphazard. You're struggling here because you're holding on to this old energy. You're holding on to this old but limited belief system. You're holding on to someone else's ideologies of how you should live your life. And that's the smoke and mirrors. So like other people's belief systems, other people's, like your parents, your family, your partners, whatever, however, society, is not you. So go with your guts here, which is the 8 of Wands, which is Sagittarius, and ride with that wave. To me, the plants also says that your seeds have already been planted. Can you just trust the process? Can you trust the mother to take care of you as you move through this relationship, this failed relationship, this failed whatever, partnership, project, whatever it is? Can you trust that that's where you need to be right now? This was interesting. I hope you understood what I had to say to you. All right, Saggy, I'm going to give you I just picked it, so I'm going to take it. An answer or guidance. So think of a question. I'm going to be showing it to you right now. The answer is, listen to the psychic, avoid it like the plague. Okay. Avoid him or her or it like the plague. I love it. All right, my beautifuls. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also, check out my website, welovethevine.com. I have some new tarot sessions available. And if I've never met you, it would be nice to meet with you. I have all prices available there. Also, like, share, comment, subscribe. Super thanks to me if you can. And check out my Ko-fi membership, where you can buy me a coffee for a small amount just to donate to me, or you can sign up for my monthly membership. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. We got emotional energy. Just beautiful freaking card. Emotions are messengers to be met with appropriate attention, action, and gratitude. Sorry, I couldn't see the word. So I'm going to read to you from this. Uncomfortable emotions that we neglect can potentially result in unhealthy suppression or outbursts of reactive behavior and thoughts that take us in circles that spiral downward. These are the frequent and unfortunate consequences to inaccurately thinking that some emotions are bad, wrong, or without value. Knowing how our emotional life either propels us forward, sets us off course, or becomes a stagnating force is integral to learning how to use them for empowerment. Essentially, emotions are the gateway to our inner child. They need our time, patience, and adequate caretaking to work their alchemy in our life. If you are not yet particularly attuned to your emotions, now is the time to become so. Start by frequently checking in with how you feel and making a note of it in your journal at least 3 times a day. Include notes on what you are doing, what you are thinking, your location, and the individuals in your company. It's interesting anyways. Okay, you can do that, or you can just be like constantly in the awareness of your emotion. Like you're like, this emotion's coming up around this person, right? This person is making me angry. Every single time this person shows up, they make me angry. And it's to like, is it to analyze your emotion, all of it? Not not always analyze, but to pay attention to that. Because why are they bringing up anger in you? It's something to look at. Like, you can always book a session with me. We can look at all these things. Like, if they're bringing up anger in it, because there's anger deep rooted inside you from us, your father, your mother, whatever, right? But they're bringing that up for you. Or it could be totally them that's bringing up that anger in you. But it's like, nobody brings up emotion within you without it being about you. Because it's always about you. You're clearing emotions. You're clearing it all. What an interesting read. I love this. Emotional energy. This is like freaking beautiful. Okay. What is happening? Ace of Cups. Speaking of emotions, this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Ace of Cups is usually a new beginning in love, a new chapter happening within a relationship, a new love of, like a new love of your emotions, like falling in love with your bad emotions and your good emotions. Like, you know, like, this is the thing. People are angry, people are sad, people are grieving, people are this, and then right away they're like, oh my God, it's so bad. It's so bad that I feel this way. No, why is it bad? It's not bad that you feel like this. It's something to pay attention to. If anger keeps coming up, if betrayal keeps coming, if hurt keeps coming up, it's like, why am I feeling like this? Because literally, I'm full of love. I'm a loving being that is loved by God, by the universe, by myself. Why am I feeling this? So it's something that needs to clear. I need to pay attention to this. So this is showing up. So this could be also be, if you're single, this is a new relationship coming in. Or new, Temperance in reverse. Sagittarius in reverse. The Sagittarius, this is like an energy of mastery, of emotions. This is interesting, actually. Balancing the emotions in your mental, but it's the resistance to that. Oh, okay. The Wheel of Fortune is your challenge. I'm actually going to pull them all out. And the Ten of Swords is the last card, which is Gemini, and this is Sagittarius as well, the Wheel of Fortune. So what does this say to you here, Capricorn? What's happening? The new love is showing up in your life. A new form of intimacy with your relationship now. A new chapter in self-love. Like, you're learning to love yourself even when the ugly emotions show up. Even when all this feeling of betrayal, hurt, disgust, or whatever it is showing up, and you're like, it's okay, it's coming up for a reason. But the fact that we're seeing two Sagittarius energies, or a Temperance and a Wheel of Fortune in reverse, feels like it's going to be challenging to hear this, Gemini. Why do you call it Gemini? Capricorn, is because to me it's you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be in this place of unbalance with your emotions, with your mental energy, with your all of it. This is your this is your destiny. This is it's karma, it's luck, it's abundance, right? There could be you're feeling out of balance, and you're like, what's going on? Like, I just started a new relationship, or I'm bonding with this person, I'm bonding with my partner, I'm bonding with my boss, my friends, my whatever, and now there's like a disconnect. Like, it's not working. Like, there's like like, it's weird. It's like, you're resisting. You're resisting something. You're resisting this. You're almost like resisting this new relationship, this new bond, this new chapter with the person in your life. Oh, that's very interesting, actually. Like, you've created a new bond with your friend, family, partner, boss, colleague, whatever. You've like this. There's something. Like, it's a new, it's an existing relationship that it could be, or it could be a completely new one. By the way, it could be new or existing relationship that you've created a new way of being with, and it's like challenging to you because you're you're seeking the same. You're seeking the sameness from this person, but you know that your energy is changing. Like you're, obviously this is very specific, but I feel like this energy, this emotional energy showing up to me is like saying, you accepting the bad, in quotations, and negative emotions that are coming up for you is going to change everything for you. It's going to change the relationships you have with people in your life, because you're going to be more accepting of yourself. You're going to be like, okay, I see the hate, I see the resentment showing up, I see the anger, I love it. I give the love to it, right? I don't love it and I want to keep it. I love it, I release it. But I release it. I don't want to hold on to this. I don't want to hold on to this anger. Like, and I don't know who I said it to. I think I said it to Taurus, but it was really interesting to me because it's like anger is going to show up constantly, right? Anger doesn't show up once and you say, okay, goodbye anger, and it goes forever. No, anger comes up because this reaction made you angry. This word made you angry. This intention made you angry. You know, like anger is an accumulation, like a mosaic, right? Accumulation of events and situations and people in your life. So it's going to come up more and more and more. But as you become more and more aware of this emotion, it's easier for you to let it go. You are experiencing like an imbalance right now of emotion and mental and all of it. And you're not sure how to handle it right now, Capricorn. Capricorn, you're very like, this is the way, linear. This is how it works, right? You follow the rules. You are, and now it's like, no, enough with your rule book. Throw that out the window, Capricorn. It's not where you need to be. Like you are needing to open a new chapter in your relationship book, in your love book. Because you're not here to love the same way you loved before. I hope I'm getting my message across. You're like, it's not working. It's not going to work for you anymore. The way you did before is not the same as you do now. Can you accept that? It's the Ten of Swords. It's going to be a massive change in the way you love, in the way you are loved. Accept love. The way you the way you like live. It's just like to me, this is a process of massive change in your relationships, but it's not only love, it's all the relationships you have in your life, from friends to colleagues, whatever, all of them, but not mostly friends, family, and partners, I would say, because it's more like love, you know, but it could be colleagues, you have emotional ties with them. What I see with these cards are that it's part of, it's like karmic almost. It's like you are you're changing. You're in the process of massive change here. And in the universe or God or your higher self is saying, okay, Capricorn, are you willing to release your old way of loving? Because it's not working. Are you willing to release the old way of satisfying everyone around you? You know, are you willing to accept your anger and release it? Are you? You know, it's all of it. Like you have, like we're here to embrace every aspect of ourselves. It doesn't always have to be good part of ourselves, right? Are you like release the fact that you enabled perhaps someone in your life to love you wrong, right? And not the way that you, like, it was part of your destiny. This is the Wheel of Fortune. It's part of your path. You were supposed to be in this loveless partnership. You are supposed to be in this place of self-hatred. You're supposed to be in this place of low self-worth. You were supposed to be, and you're like, what do you mean? Because how else do you see yourself? How else do you love yourself? How else do you feel the vibrant emotion of love if you didn't experience the detrimental side of love? Right? It's all bipolar. It's a polarity, this world. If we're constantly always love, 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 we don't know. You don't know love because you are always the same. But if you're feeling the depths of hell, you cannot enjoy the depth, the profundity of heaven. Good, evil, whatever it is you want to see. And you're gonna feel it. And the Ten of Swords to me feels like that you're in a place of massive release right now, and I need you to honor that for yourself. I need you to honor this ugly path that you're on right now, because you are releasing all these mental thoughts, this anxiety, stress, or these rules that you had of how I should be in love, and how I should give myself, or I should enable everyone around me. And it's no, man, you can't. It's not where you need to be. You need to trust, and you need to release. And you are going to enter into a new love relationship, a new way to love within an existing relationship with existing family members. But this is your time to own up to all this emotional energy showing up, and to be a witness to every single one showing up, and to love it. Love that he is a liar. Love that she's a cheater. Love it. Thank you for coming into my life. I honor that, but I'm letting you go because it's enough now. I need to honor me. I need to honor my soul. I need to honor my soul enough to open up to a new relationship with self, a new relationship with others. Okay, I get really beautiful uncaging. This is exactly that. Oh my God, I love this. This is your heart, and you've imprisoned your heart because you've allowed others to dictate your love, your self-love, and your relationships, and it's enough. It's time to take the key and uncage that. No more prisons here. You are here to follow your own heart and not accommodate another heart. That's not what you're here to do. You're not here to accommodate other people. Let them be in their prison. That is their choice. Your choice is to be this vibrant bird here, to dance through life, and to be really in tune with your energy. And to be in tune with you, and to really love you. I like this. Look at this, people. We have beginnings. East energy. So maybe you need to go east, which is never eat shredded wheat is this way. For you it's that way, and it's east to me, from me is Asia. So maybe you're being called to go there, or East Coast perhaps. I don't know what it is. East is just beginnings. It's time to start fresh. It's time to start anew. It's time to love yourself in a different way. It's time to embrace the ugly and embrace the beautiful. You are, for me, the Ace of Cups is you're getting ready to launch into a new way to love you. And in doing so, you're opening yourself to new relationships that are more aligned with you. That is the message. So I'm gonna give you a answer, which I opened myself. I put my finger there. Think of a question, and I'm gonna give you the answer. Pause if you haven't thought of it. You've rolled number 4, which indicates you might be unhappy with the outcome. Right. speaks volumes to me, that answer, because that's you again going back to that old and thinking it's gonna be like, this is like, that answer is like, enough. It's time to start fresh, start new. Love you first. All right. I love you so much. Check my website, welovedivine.com. I have some new tarot sessions available. Also, would love to meet you, or meet you again and again. It's spring in the northern hemisphere. It's fall in the southern. So change of season, change of, guidance. Also check your rising and your moon, and I also have a Ko-fi membership where you can donate a coffee to me, whatever amount you would like, and I thank you everyone who have done that so far. Also, I have monthly memberships, and like, share, comment, subscribe as usual, and super thanks me if you can. I thank you so much. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. We got the Lantern. Consciousness is light. Yes. All right. Of course you got this. I want to read to you what it says in the book. The crone has shown up to remind you that whenever you feel challenged in life, stop whatever you're doing to ask yourself, what am I being invited to learn here? Each obstacle, moment of overwhelm and hardship offers necessary and valuable lessons to evolve us beyond being a match to it. Any perceived mistake, wrong turn, or regret plays a part in your pathway to insight and liberation. Please be assured that each currently perceived negative is a presently unlit lantern, and therefore opportunity to see clearer. All that is needed is for the light to be turned on so that the obstacle can be recognized as the positive lesson, tool, growth, insight, or gift that it is. I mean, it's so beautiful, this. To me, it's like, we always look at challenges and obstacles and blockages and wrong turns or detours as so bad, but we all know that these rejections are there for us to say, oh, it's not where I'm supposed to be, so let me turn to the left or the right, kind of thing. And it's like, these are opportunities to shift our consciousness, right? To shift in our mindset. Because if we continue to do the same freaking routine, the same pattern, the same thing, we stay on the same route, it's like, we follow the same thing every single year, we do the same thing. It's like, first of all, your age of Aquarius has nothing to do with that. It's like age of Pisces, so bye-bye. And it's like time to get honest with yourself. That's what I'm seeing with this. It's freaking beautiful. The Emperor in reverse. Let's start it off right. The Hierophant in reverse. Interesting. And the Page of Wands is your challenge. Now, let's go like this. So you, like Taurus, have people in your life, emperors, which is usually divine masculine, which is usually like someone older than you, like or it could be your partner, could be an Aries. This is an Aries, a fire sign. This could be like a sibling, a parent, a mentor, a financial advisor. It could be a government official. It could be anything. Like, it's like, I say like this, but I don't mean higher than you, but in this human world, that's what that is. And the Hierophant is Taurus energy. And usually in the original tarot, the Hierophant is like a religious figure. So very custom, traditional, that kind of energy. And they're both in reverse here for you. So it's almost like you're so tired of following the rules. Like you're done. And this is like, to me, it feels like you have perhaps a partner that is controlling. You have someone in your life that is super ego, that is manipulative, and maybe you don't even see it. Maybe you do, but there's a need for change here. You're resisting change. This could be children too. If you have children in your life and it's affecting your children, it could be it too. But if you're single, the Page of Wands is like fire. It's a fire sign. It's asking you to step into something amazing and new, and start a new project, start a new adventure, start a new job, start a new relationship. But it's like, no, like what? Like, it's so interesting to me, Aquarius. You're like you've been showing a lot of like resistance to overcoming these challenges. You're almost like you want the lantern to stay dark. You don't want to see this in your life. You're like, no, I'm not following the rules, Sabrina, but yes, they have a little bit of control over me, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not really happy in my relationship. I'm really not happy in my job, but it's okay. I'm going to figure it out. And that's where we're being pushed and not like nudged. I feel like we're being like launched. That's what I feel in this energy. It's like, enough. We can't follow the rules anymore. Aquarius, it's your job not to follow the rules. Why are you following your mother, your father, your whatever, your boss, the government, whatever this is for you, the Emperor and the Hierophant, your priest, your rabbi, whatever it is? Like, why are you allowing someone else to control your life? But you're not, because you're resisting them. You're fully resisting them, with them in reverse here. But yet, you're still resisting the new. So you're like a little complexed. I'm going to look at the... that's a good one. Okay. All right. Let's leave that there. You're challenged by yourself a little bit here, because you are... It's really challenging for me. I feel it in my bones. So, like, my back is hurting me a little bit now. This could be money related. It could be, this feels to me very parent, partner related, like the Emperor. You know, the Emperor is someone who has like the chess game in control. Like, it's super ego, this energy, Aries. Super like, I'm the best, I'm in control, I'm the master manipulator, you know, like you can't cross me, Aquarius. Who do you think you are? That kind of energy. That's someone holding something over you. And then there's this Taurus energy, which is Hierophant, which is kind of cool, because the Taurus here is like the llama. Like, you know, usually the Hierophant is like that bishop, but sometimes the Hierophant is also like that fun-loving, you know, like very spiritual, open, but still you have resistance to that. Which could be a path. Like, you're resistant to someone telling you how you need to be. Like, oh, okay, so I need to be light and love, but I don't want to be that. Like, you're resisting everything. I fucking love it, though. Anyways. And you're very aware of it, and you're conscious of it, and but you're still afraid to make moves. You're still, like, weary and hesitant to make that move. Outside of this relationship that's holding you down, outside of this like job that is boring the F out of you, or like that's too conventional, outside of these friends that are keeping you always in the low frequency, you know, it's like, or something here is holding you in this, it's like very, it's challenging for you. I was gonna say disturbing. It was like feeling very heavy for you, and there's a part of you that's like, oh my god, I need to make this change. I need to turn the many lights on, all the lanterns on, because I'm done with feeling obscure. I'm done with feeling lesser than, because the Fool 2.0 shows up. It's not just the full 1.0, it's 2.0. It's like, yo, Aquarius, like, get the F out of this. It's here for a reason. It's showing you that you are much better than that. You don't need to be following this crap, and you need, like, you know it too. And stop resisting the new. Open, like, turn on all the lights. Like, look at this. Look at the patterns. Look at the behaviors. Look at yourself. Why are you following someone else's rules? I'm not saying that you need to break up with your partner's rules, but you need to, like, stand up, man, and say something. That's turning on the lights. That's you saying, no, it's not being like mean about it. It's like you saying, no, this is not how I want to live my life. This is what I want doing. Fool 2.0. I'm taking the children too. The children, that's why. So, but it's like almost, this is interesting if you're married. You're not doing anything, even though like there's like some mental and emotional abuse here, like, or control because of the children. I don't want to, like, because of the children. And it's like, you gotta go. But that's like very specific. I just feel like you're holding on to these people that are keeping you down. They're kind of keeping you down. They have a little control over you, and you're allowing it, Aquarius. It's like, let's go. Let's make this change. It's only you that can make the change. Interesting. A deep breath. That's what I feel like taking too now. You need to take a deep breath. Step outside of the situation. Look at it. And who's the boss here? You are. It's not me being about a boss, but it's you are in control of you. Choose you. Endurance rock. Interesting. 20. Let's read what it says. Look for the groundedness in a chaotic situation. Be patient. Slow and steady is the way to success. The obstacle is sometimes the way through. Do not be discouraged by slow progression as long as progression is being made. Interesting. Although the Fool is like, yo, man. Like, you can be endurant, you can be like steady as a rock, but you need, like, it's almost actually interesting because for you to make this move, you need to be grounded. That's why I like it. You can't be flighty about it. You can't be airy about it, even though the Fool is you. But you gotta be like smart about this, in the sense like, if these people are fully controlling you already, they're gonna know how to manipulate you back to reeling you back in, right? So it's like getting really, take a deep breath, stand back, become the observer of you, know what it is, like have every line checked or whatever, and get ready to run. Not to run, but to like change, to like move into your life. Nobody, like, I don't understand. It's enough with these people. Like, I don't, like, well, I've been in this relationship for like time. I know, but it's like, it's time. You're feeling it. I'm sure you're feeling the energy. I'm feeling the energy too. Light up that lanterns, man. Make the changes. Okay, so I'm going to give you a answer to a question. I've already picked it. So pause if you haven't thought about it, but I'm giving it to you right now. You've drawn the Jack of Hearts. Don't plan ahead. If it's meant to be, it will just happen. I agree. No planning. We're not here to plan our lives. Our lives are already planned. So let's just trust it. Trust that whatever you're jumping into is going to, like, jumping into something is because you're hearing it. You're hearing it at a soul level. You're getting the nudge. Like, I'm sure you're getting the nudge. Like, this is like, your soul is like dying inside, saying, what the hell are you doing? What are you following? You're following someone else's ideology of life. It's enough, Aquarius. It's time to make a move. I love it. All right, this is your message. Check your rising and your moon for that message. Also, check out my website, welovedivine.com. I have new sessions that I place online, but also just to book a session with me, we can meet up live or on Zoom as you wish. Also, check out my Ko-fi membership. You can leave me a coffee, which is a donation, or sign up for my monthly membership. Like, share, comment, subscribe as usual. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Pisces. We got wisdom in play. Our intuition knows more than we do. I mean, that is like, of course. I love this this like card because she's blindfolded and she's looking away and she's playing with water, right? In 2 cups, and they're being filled because she's trusting her intuition. She's playing, she's having fun, she's trusting that her intuition is going to take her where she needs to be, where she needs to play, where she needs, you know what I'm saying? It's like, this is the story of our lives. We're here to have fun in our lives. We've forgotten. We took life so seriously and we're like, this relationship, we need to be in this relationship, we need to do this job, I need to be successful, I need to be famous, I need to be this, I need to do this. Like, it's like, ugh. Right? Like, if you look at our lives, we're so like serious about it. Everything is so tragic and so dramatic, and it's not. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to play. We're here to have experiences, earthly experiences, because we are these beautiful beings of light and these human bodies, and we have taken it to the nth degree of psychoticness, right? In the sense, like, it's so freaking tragic and traumatic, our lives. And this is like, can you let that go, please? And trust your soul where it's leading you. Because you know what? I don't know where I said this, in which sign I said this, but this is it was so clear, and it came to me at that moment. It was like, we think our ego, like when we dream of things, like I think it was Leo, actually. It was like you get that nudge to move to Italy in a villa, right? That was it. And you push it aside because you say, oh, that's just dreaming, and and you're like, oh, like, but that's not your ego talking, by the way. That's your soul talking. Whenever you get these imaginary moments, these fantasy moments, that's never your ego. Your ego will never talk in fantasy talk. Will never talk in imaginary worlds talk. Your ego is fight or flight. It's survivor mode. Your ego is going to say, no, you can't go there. You can't go to Italy because who the fuck do you think you are? You're not rich. You're not this. You're not that. You can't. That's your ego. Your ego is like, you're stupid. You're an idiot. You're dumb. You're fat. You're ugly. That's your ego. Always. You're fat. You're ugly. You're stupid. You're rich. You're poor. Is never your soul. It's never your intuition. Your intuition is like, go. Right? Go play. I love it. The 2 of Pentacles showing up here. It's Capricorn energy. The Lovers is Gemini energy. The Emperor is your challenge. And the Death card. All right. What is going on here? So, when I see the Emperor as the Emperor is an Aries energy, a fire energy, as your challenge card. The Emperor to me is ego. And we were talking about ego. So it's ego. It's like control, manipulation. It's like an heavy energy, right? It's like I'm the boss, you're nothing kind of energy. The fact that it's in challenge position is that's what you're feeling right now. When it comes to perhaps a lover in your life. There could be a partner in your life that is a little bit weighing heavy on you. Maybe you are cheating, or maybe someone's cheating on you. That could be that as well. I don't know, but that's like, it could be because of this energy here. Because it's funny, because the 2 of Pentacles shows up and it's like you're in between. You're in between 2 things in your life, like important choices in your life that are not good or bad, by the way. They're both good. Like, they're like, oh, do I go and get that villa in Italy, or do I like stay in my boring life? You know, I'm not saying that your life is boring. By all means. You could have exciting life, right? But it's like that choice, the choice card, like you're at a crossroads in your life. Do I choose to stay with this partner that's controlling? Do I choose to stay with my ego playing all kinds of games on me? Let's take this away for now. There's like an interesting energy here, because we've been seeing this for a while for you, and it's like, do I choose to a partner that is like that's more fun, like it's almost, this is what I'm saying here. Are you following your intuition when it comes to your partner, your romantic partner, your business partner? You know, these are, they look like lovers, but it's a union too, the 6, right? With your friends and family, but it's mostly partnerships, I would say. Are some of you in the like unsure of where to go with this? This is what I'm feeling with this 2 here. Some of you are like, well, it's on one hand it's really good, it's really pleasing. On the other hand, it's heavy. It's like there's a control factor here. There's an ego. I'm always going up against an ego. It's very manipulative. I'm like, there's like, it's uncomfortable. To me, it's uncomfortable. There's like a controlling factor here, and that's why you're in the what am I doing kind of thing energy, and your card is like, you need to play. You need to have fun. But if you're constantly in a relationship where there's like this, like someone has to be like on top, superior, feel like always like better than me, like it's a disconnect. It's like, I feel like we saw that last week too. And the fact that the death card shows up is exactly that. It's like there's a change that needs to be made here. Your life is being taken too seriously here, and there's a lot of drama that is like being presented to you, Pisces, or you're creating drama. Perhaps you're good at creating drama too, so we can't take that away from you. But there's just this like heavy energy with the Emperor. There's a heavy energy here that is like controlling. I gotta say that. And it's like almost like your ego is at play here. So it could be someone else that's controlling, or it could be you. You're in full ego mode. Now, if you didn't listen to my intro, I talk about the ego playing playing a game right now. The ego is in full play at this moment in time because the light body is coming in and we're leveling up really fast, and the ego's like, no. So I need you to be careful this week, next week, and the next coming months up until like the end of the year as well. The ego is going to be feeling threatened by your light, and it could affect your relationships, but also for the better, or for the like whatever that means, right? There's a feeling here that perhaps you like, it's time to step back a little bit, Pisces, and like, what kind of relationship is it that you want? Business, friendship, whatever, love relationship, work relationship. Like, you're at a point in your life where it's time to make that decision. If you're constantly in a power play, that's not living, right? That's not playing. That's not listening to your intuition, your heart. That's listening to your ego. The ego is all about power play. And that's the death card. It's like, it's time for change. Because you're not here to constantly be up and down and always like wondering how to talk, how to be, blah, blah, blah. It's like, or also you're not here to be manipulated or be the manipulator. That's not where, I mean, you can be if you want to remain in the low frequency, by all means. Like, I'm not here to change your ways, but we are moving into higher frequency, and there's no manipulation there. There's no ego. Like, there is an ego, but it's not there's no power plays. And there's control here, I find, within your relationships. And it's you or the other person, you know. But either way, it's not working. Interesting, Pisces. Interesting. Oh, look at this. A powerful move is here. Like, this is like the, you know, king or queen or whatever. This is like the chessboard. And to me, Emperor is always about the chessboard. Like, I'm in control of the chessboard. I'm the one, the king, right? And this to me is like, It's now, Pisces, up to you to make this big change. You make the move. Do you want to live, always under control of someone else? Do you want to live with your ego always controlling you, with your ego making you afraid to make moves, making you feel like live in the box, making you live in drama at all times, making you live in trauma, right? Like, it's like the ego loves the fear of life. The heart and the intuition is like, yo, it's time to play, it's time to have fun, it's time to release yourself from all this distortion, the illusion of like life, that it's supposed to be like this. You're supposed to like have problems, you're supposed to compromise in a relationship, you're supposed to, and it's like, no, you're not. Can you blindfold yourself and like have fun? Like that's what it is. It's like, for me, the blindfold is just trust. Can you trust in the unknown? But at the same time, what is it that you like? Like, step back from this relationship and say, okay, if I'm constantly unhappy, why am I staying? I'm staying for my children. I'm staying for my this. It's like, first of all, I think about that. I'm like, I'm staying for my children. Okay, your children are not stupid, right? They're even smarter than us, so they see right through us. They're like, that's not a good answer. So like, you're here to live your life to the fullest. You're here to make change. We're in the process of massive change right now. Are you going to be the move maker, or are you going to live like under the control of another? Whether it's male or female. Has no like bearing, because you're here to live your own life, and it's as playful and joyful and free as ever. And it's not a blah blah world I'm talking about. I'm like, literally, this is what it is. We are here as light beings. We are fully illuminated beings here to enjoy the earth experience, which is not about control. You're not controlling or not being controlled. So look at this. Movement again. Powerful movement speed. Like fast as the lightning. Like chop chop, Pisces. If you're waiting for a sign, this was your sign to get out, to go, and to live your life to the fullest. If you feel like you are being undermined, if you feel like you're being manipulated, if you feel like you're under the control of someone else, if you are controlling, if you are like it's time to like step it up and like live the enlightened being life that you were here to live, which is fully in love with yourself, fully trusting of yourself, fully unjudgmental of yourself and others. Because once you are like that with yourself, then others is like insignificant, because it just happens, right? Pisces. This is like kind of amazing, actually. To me, I feel like you are in a big change. Like, we've been seeing this for a while, but it's almost like it's your choice now. It's your choice to live with imagination or live with like fear and heaviness and self-doubt and all that the Emperor in reverse gives you. So I'm going to give you a answer to a question or advice for the Oracle book. If you haven't thought about it, pause, because I'm coming with it right now. The Five of Diamonds indicates an unequivocal yes. That's a great. I think you were the only one that was great in all of this. So, happy birthday, by the way. I haven't said that to you. I think it's still your birthday, right? Yes, it's still your birthday. All right. Check your rising, your moon for the messages. Also, check my website. I've added new sessions to it. I'd love to meet you online or in person, wherever you are, if you live in Montreal. And check my Ko-fi membership, where you can join me on a monthly basis. Like, donate to me on a monthly basis, but I give something back to you. Or you can give me a coffee, which is a donation as well, one time. And share, like, comment, subscribe, and super thanks me if you can. Anyways, this is amazing. I love. Be playful, have fun. This life is not about drama. It really isn't. So let's do this together. I love you. Bye.